Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sunday Race Night. This is Positively Glad here, basically covering the RRL Spanish Grand Prix, the Season 8 Drivers' Championship on a Sunday night, 100%, round number 12, and I'm here with someone who you would never really predict me to do a commentary with. It's Rara. We got him on board. Rara, how you doing, buddy?
Hello. Oh man, I'm absolutely excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what the RRL guys can deliver. I mean, yes, I've watched some races, but actually being commentating live alongside yourself is just, as you can tell, at the minute I'm a bag of nerves, but I'll be all right. This is an honour to be here today. I really am. Right, spectator mood. Let's press.
Have a little thick through, mate.
Cars out on
I
track.
will basically just say here, the first car out is Tough Kev last week, who walked away in the end after RRL Winchester's demise on lap 69 out of 71 around Brazil. Kev won the race in the Mercedes. Of course, the higher up the field you get, Rara, the worse car you get. But mind you, would you really say that Ferrari are worse than Mercedes around Spain? I'd say they're pretty much evenly matched, really.
I think they are, because let's not forget, Spain is a technical circuit. I mean, yes, it's also quite high speed, but mainly it is a technical circuit. So the advantage does fall to the Ferrari a little bit, because as we know, the Mercedes isn't really that good technically. I mean, it's it's in a league of its own in out and out pace, but like I say, just it should be a close. It's going to be a close one. I'm not going to deny that, but Ferrari have the advantage in my eyes.
It's going to be a very interesting one today, Rara. Of course, we've got a lot of laps here today, and of course a lot of guys who are very, very close to the championship. We know basically you need to be within 40 points to have a direct shot at taking the lead. Just to run through the running order then, guys, we have Kinch, Michelangelo, Tough Kev, Ferrari, we've got Wise Dog, we've got Ghost, a guy who I haven't raced with for about 2 years. Welcome back, Ghost. Fair play, mate. Addict is, I believe that's Addict come out of the pits actually, but Addict is in the Sauber. Notorious, an old running buddy of mine. Notorious is running up to the Force India this time after a really good drive in the Red Bull for himself last time. Les Paul in the McLaren. Snoop, one of my a bit of a random fact for those of you who are watching who may be interested, you may fucking not be, either way you're going to find out anyway. Snoop was amazingly my teammate back in F1 2013 where I won my first ever eSIM racing championship. That is a small known fact out there. Bit of a kind of turnaround of events. We've got Biddy, of course, one of the founders of RRL, along with Toto Wolff, who still hasn't come out of the pitch yet. We've got Cookie, who, of course, has shown incredible talent in the first few races. We've got Paul 2K, Toots, Owzat, Big Stu, who needs a turn in fortune. He's had a very, very quick pace, but at some point in each race seems to kind of lose his way. Winchester, who really doesn't want to lose his way after last time out in Brazil, and the return of Thomas Halo, unfortunately, who is in a Sauber this week, but he has missed a few races. We're glad to have Tombo back on board. Really good to have you back, mate, anyway. And for those of you who don't like me doing this, it's a big fucking fat middle finger to you, and thank you very much for the views. So Tough Kev is coming around Sector 3. Sorry, I'm a prick. It's coming around Sector 3, Tough Kev.
It's okay.
So we're good looking at here. Basically, Kev is going to be the first one to do a lap. I believe that's...
Right, Kev.
Kev is...
There we go.
That's a nice lap. 1 minute 20.9. Probably not good enough for pole, but that's a very, very nice little benchmark where he's kind of fit in there.
Well, that's it. Like I said, like I was saying before, that is probably one of the better lap times that you can do around here. It is on, however, the soft tyre. Now, is this a short or full quali? I'm just interested.
Short. As we see Cookie with a 21.
Short. Right. Oh, of course, yes. Right. How do I know who's on a flyer? I'm struggling at the minute.
Basically, anybody that say Petter out lap. And then what you do...
Oh, yellow flag. Where's the yellow flag?
Yellow flag. Where's that? That was... I think it would be a car letting someone through, I think.
Yeah, I think it was the car going slow when the Ferrari passed by.
Trying to find someone... It's the only thing it doesn't tell you is exactly how through people are in each lap. So what we're going to do, we're going to highlight the Ghost who spun off in Sector 3. Ghost spun off. Ooh,
yep, he's just trundling along at a minute on the apron.
But I say
Hold back, buddy.
Taking the fucking scenic route.
It is. It's just he's having a nice tour around the circuit of Barcelona.
For those of you guys who have not kind of paid attention...
Oh no, he's gone straight across.
Well, welcome back.
And straight into the pits.
Yeah. Well, good return, I guess. Notorious in the Force India is going to be a danger man. Not really too good so far. Not the best lap in the world. 21.8. Good banker. As you see, Paul 2K in the red.
I'm on board with Michelangelo if he's in the Red Bull. No, he's not set fast lap yet.
We got.
But he's in a flyer now.
Have you noticed how as well, this has been the case with RRL recently, how, and is Biddy, we'll get on board with Biddy, he's been full of entertainment in the last few weeks, Biddy, flying off track in all sorts of different angles, getting really good results.
Alright, I'm on board.
By the way,
too.
guys,
He's
just a
going
quick
round
one. Biddy's going around the final corner while you do that. Oh, Wise Dog! 300th of a second up. Wise Dog takes original pole.
That's a good lap time.
1 minute 22.1. Wise Dog, of course, fresh out of the Sauber. Good to have him back in a normal car. Kinch, of course, in a McLaren this week. McLaren 1-2 coming up. Kinch, if you get a McLaren 1-2, I will dye my hair fucking green, I promise you.
Dye your hair orange?
It's already orange. I look like a fucking Watson when I drive McLaren.
Out of late.
Addict in the Sauber, that's not a bad Addict in the Sauber has gone 6th. So he's ahead of Billy and Williams. Now, just, of course, guys, Addict is the reigning champion within RRL, of course. Just a quick question, guys. Is mine and Rara's party audio okay? Because I know we had a lot of problems last week, of course, in the party. So please let me know. Or 2 weeks ago, of course, because I did it solo last week. But
And I say, guys, if I do come across as a bit laggy, I do apologise. There are other people in my house using the internet at the minute, and obviously, of course, I know for a fact that my internet isn't really that good, which is why I don't really broadcast multiplayer. But like I said, it's a pleasure to be here. And Michelangelo goes
Toto
first.
Wolff gone off. Toto Wolff gone off. Boom. On board with him. Nice one, Lenny, you superstar, mate. Welcome back. Toto has just exploded into Narnia. Right, anyway. Michelangelo.
I can't see. There's a board in the way. Oh, he's lost that big. He's lost that big time. He's basically what he's done is he's lost the rear end. Yeah, I have done. He's lost the rear end coming out. He's clipped. He's basically touched the white line and he's spun it all the way around. And that's it. He's lost his wheel. Qualifying over for Toto Wolff. He'll be starting at the back of the grid for this Spanish Grand Prix.
However, it may not prove to be that much of a problem for him, especially if he can throw on a set of mediums and just go, because Toto has been renowned and famous. As I was at, by the way, just with the madness with Toto, I was at 6th, by the way, there, so he's done a 1 minute 21.6. It's very close once they get to the top, but we still have, I believe, Big Stu has gone out. Is a 21.5, of course. Kinch has gone out. That's a good thing to point out there, so we'll keep on board with Kinch there. So he, of course, was quite high at the table, of course, due to unforeseen circumstances. Couldn't turn up last week. Happily, everything is resolved for him now, and we welcome him back into the fold.
Did it just fall off his car?
Did it?
Does it look like something fell off his car? It honestly looked like something fell off his car. I mean, it is a McLaren Honda, so, you know, it could just disintegrate at any moment, but, you know.
Well, I was about to say, it's like a fucking Lego car. Wise Dog with a hell of a lap, by the way, there are. At least it's almost gone unnoticed. I'm not sure if you pointed it out. 1 minute 20. So Wise Dog is just noticed the light.
That is a 3/10 gap.
Wise Dog, and here comes Kev. Now, I know for a fact Kev of old.
He's almost up.
Ooh, me and Kev have had war after war after war in RRL over the years, by the way. We have had some right fun but racing together. And I know for a fact that as soon as someone outdoes Kev when he's in a quick car, I've done it before with him, he will go back out no matter how many laps he has to do. Questionable sometimes.
Right, he's out on track already, I'm on board with him.
He's flying. I'll be honest with you, he's absolutely fucking flying. Another thing I need to point out with this Rara as well, in the top where it said lap time, every so often, not every single time, I'm going to get back on board with Kinch actually, because I think he's a bit closer to complete his lap. No, he's not. He's starting his lap. What a retard. Turks comes out, of course. But it'll say a gap. Hopefully it does here. Top corner. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because it's individual sectors broken down. In the race.
No, not here it doesn't.
You should say it, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen. Well, like I said, I watched some of the races that you've done around it. Oh, back end steps out there for the Ferrari. He's pushing. He wants that
like
pole.
mad.
And at the minute, it's
almost a bit too much curve, but he's
I don't think this is going to be it. It's
going to be close.
It's been a bit of a scruffy lap. This. I'll be very surprised if he gets it.
He gets it.
Oh, he's got it! Wow! What a lap by Tough
Go on, Kev. Held that together, my man. Well done. Les Paul in the Ferrari.
Absolutely amazing.
No, that's a 3 minute lap. We're not going to expect too much problems from that.
Let's jump
next one to do a lap is Kinch. Yep, Kinch next one.
Kinch has got traffic.
I don't think he's going to have much problem. It is the Ghost, hopefully the Ghost, who ironically is not on a lap, so he needs to really either get the fuck out the way or get the fuck on it. Whichever one you really want to get the fuck off.
Ghost. Thomas Halo is out on an outlap now.
Thomas has done a lap. That's surprising. I know a lot of people who've been in the Sauber have just almost avoided qualifying and have kind of gone straight into the race. Forgive me, I'm on a bit of a low.
See, I feel like no matter what car you're in, no matter what, here we go. He goes across the line and he goes.
Nice little lap.
Yeah, kind of where you expect the McLaren to be, really. But yeah, like I say, you expect the McLarens to be down there. What was we talking before? I've completely forgotten.
Guys in the comments, there's just so much going on.
Please help.
Just basically about how, I think I was talking about Sector 1
Oh,
yellow flag.
yellow flag.
I believe that is a Renault of Turts letting Winchester go through. By the way, I've noticed he's gone under the radar here. Winchester is actually in the Mercedes and hasn't done a lap yet. Winchester leaving it to the clutch. So really nil lap. And by the way, Rara, every single person is out other than Kev. Every single one of them are out on
They
track.
are as well, so this is going to be a busy end to qualifying.
Sector 3, what's happened? Is it someone letting someone else through? You wouldn't have thought so on Sector 3, would you?
How do you know where the yellow flag is?
It just comes up at the bottom. You've got to catch it quick though.
Of course, yeah, Sector 3, yeah, of course.
I
Right,
spent
I'm
half
on
my time
board
looking
with
at it.
Winchester.
Same here. Go on, Winnie. See what you can do.
Bit wide going into the hairpin.
Winchester and Tough Kev, of course, after their Mexican collision, similar to Itchy Mama Voids from an old episode of ESR, which gives some lucky bastard a win.
Hey, that sealed your championship.
It won me the fucking championship. But Kev and Winchester had a very similar move. But Winchester, talking about this here, going along, I think Winnie's going to get pole
Around
here.
the final corner, he's going to get another lap in if he doesn't do it.
He's not, he's second. Winnie has to go, he's got enough fuel to do one more lap, but it'll jeopardise his race tyres. Think about what he needs to do here. Thomas
Right,
Halo,
but
below,
Thomas
so
Halo.
done a lap, I'm going to take a different route here.
Oh, he's
I've got
slowing down.
second.
He's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's slowed right down.
Let's think about it. Cookie goes across the line in the Toro Rosso, and Cookie goes fourth in the Toro.
Nicely
Fucking
done,
hell.
Cookie. On board with Michelangelo
goes
in
10th.
5th. Is he going to
Snoop
improve this
15th.
time?
Let's have a look here. We'll have a look at Michelangelo. I
pushing.
believe he's in Sector 3, is he? Big Stu is also in Sector 3.
Yeah,
Big Stu in
Sector
the
3 in the
Mercedes.
Red Bull.
Big Stu Mercedes. Third.
He's retired
Big
from
Stu
session,
goes
that's
third.
probably because he's done.
Yeah,
Great
Big
lap
Stu-
there from,
come on.
like I say, it closes the gap to within 0.2 of a second.
Wise dog, wise dog.
There we go, that's one
The
run.
Ferrari.
Does he... He goes...
Cross the
No,
line.
he's 5th. And...
Wise dog. How's that goes third? Wise dog second. Ferrari 1
Third.
2.
Oh!
3,000th of a second.
Seen that? Free... I know! Wow!
Cookie is on another lap, I think. Sector 2. No, Cookie's fuel isn't going to last. It's going on lead.
Addict is in...
When he's
on
going,
the
when he's
lap.
going, when he's going.
Kinninch.
When he's 3 temps up. When he's 3 temps up.
Winning.
Oh, he's cocked it. He's cocked it on the last corner. He's not.
Oh, he has as well. He's
Oh,
giving
he
up.
has.
He's giving up. He's just gonna...
He was ahead. Winnie. Winnie. Winnie.
Dude!
Jeez. Good lord.
Right, let's quickly ride on with Kinninch before he goes across the line.
Wait,
No,
Pete.
he's fitted.
And I believe the only
So
one is
that,
Cookie. He's
I
coming in.
believe,
Rara, I'll
Cookie.
let you run through the order while I go for a quick fag. Back in 2.
Okay, guys. So this is your provisional lineup because obviously we don't know whether anyone else has penalties or whatnot, but doubt it because it's the league race. But anyway, your lineup for the Spanish Grand Prix: RRL, Tough Kev on pole by 0.003 of a second. Such a close battle between the two Ferraris. I cannot wait for the race. Wise Dog second, Winchester third, Alzat fourth, Big Stu fifth, and RRL Cookie sixth. And then you've got Michelangelo 7th, Paul 2K 8th, Addict 9th, Notorious 10th, Biddy 11th, Les Paul 12th, The Ghost in 13th, Turtless 14th, Kinninch down in 15th, Snoop 16th, Thomas Halo 17th, and of course we have the Toto Wolf in 18th and last place due to retiring in the session due to a quite spectacular crash that we just missed, unfortunately. Of course, that opens things up in the race for him. He's going to start on fresh tyres and whatnot. I do wish him well and hope that we can see him work his way through the field. But the battle is between the two Ferraris. That is the story here today. And wow, I have never known a qualifying session to be... Oh, hello! The AIs have decided to drive into the back of each other. Okay. Ooh, tell you what, Wise Dog, you've got a nice helmet. See, this is what I mean as well. I prefer using your own helmet as well. Like I said, I saw in other games as well where you could use just the normal driver's helmet. And when you're like racing online, you want to have your own sort of identity. And obviously, doing that here is at least on this game you can do. But there we go, Wise Dog, second place. Great great fight between the Ferraris. I did say that the Ferraris will have an advantage over the Mercedes here, and indeed that's proving that. But look at that, Alzat splitting the two Mercedes as well. So considering he's in a Red Bull that has, like, you know, it's obviously down on horsepower compared to the Mercedes, that's a great lap there. Just hopefully he can stay out of trouble and cause problems for these guys as well. I'm looking forward to this race, and of course we'll hand you back over to Pos to Positively Glad.
How the hell did you know that? That was amazing. I just come back that second.
Oh, yeah, I could hear you coming on.
I hear the fucking incessant breathing of a smoker. If I sound like that, we've got problems. I've noticed someone conspicuous by their absence this week is Synth, but of course we'll skip this because copyright can suck my knob after earlier. Thank you very much. I tried skipping the F1 and it wouldn't skip because I kept pressing
Is there
the
a
button.
waiting period, or do they normally get on with it straight away?
Do you know what? 50-50. Sometimes they do. I mean, to be fair, we only started at about 8:30 last week, so...
See, I want to go to the toilet, but I don't want to miss the first lap.
Nah, I'll cover the first lap, man. How quick can you run?
I'm going upstairs.
Go. Guys, this is week 5 of Pos doing the RL coverage. I want to thank a lot of you guys for sticking with me. It's given me a lot of controversy doing this, but to be honest with you, the guys who know me, know I don't really give a fuck. So, thank you very much for sticking with me. We've got Lenny on board, of course, for tonight, I believe. We've got a few more people on board who are going to be here, hopefully, to watch this long race unfold. Spain is a short track. There are 18 of these guys. There's bound to be some form of incident, but to be honest with you, the quality of the racing that we've seen so far in these 4 races, this is number 5, of course. Hopefully we can expect a really good one here tonight. So, here we go. Let's go here. I don't really care about Lady Lytton going live. Congratulations, I hope you do more IRL videos and just sit in front of a camera. Okay, no shots fired there. Right, anyway, we are basically waiting now for the guys to go. An interesting feature that I've noticed as well, it doesn't actually show the name of the people along the strip. It only shows the official drivers, but, you know, yeah. So Winchester and Tough Kev do a seat swap this week, of course, based on their finishing positions, as Winchester unfortunately crashed out. Winnie cannot crash out this week, otherwise he'll be stuck in a lower end car for next week. We don't need him to do that. Of course, Raro will be ready with the tables when, of course, he is back. Will be when the race settles down, if it does. Fingers crossed it does. We can have a bit of a break and a breather. But here we go. Round 12 of the RRL Drivers' Championship, Season 8. Reigning champion Addict, sitting in the middle of the pack. His rival, of course, Les Paul. Going to be very, very interesting tonight, people. We've got Toto Wolff, of course, still in with a shout. 10 viewers, guys. If you haven't already, take a look at the chat, if you can, please. And do as Nightbot instructs for me. Thank you so much, guys. And there you go. We're double figures already, and we're not even into the race yet. So hopefully these guys will be putting on a show. Nine rounds to go in this championship. 9 weeks to go in this championship. Not sure if I'm going to be available to do the Christmas Eve stream. I will let you all know. Probably won't be. And we are going, guys. 24 seconds. Without further ado, RRL Season 8 is underway at round 12 Spain. No formation lap, we jump straight into it. Roundy's to hurry his ass back to the commentary booth. It's almost worse than David Coulthard, this. Come on, Bar. Notorious, Paul 2K. And we're going. So we get Boston to the grip. Here we go. Perfect time for Round to come back, I believe. Tyre, telemetry,
5 lights.
enabled. And we're underway. Here we go then. We're underway here, and there's immediate look at how close they are. Look at the. Oh, we got a bit of damage already.
Oh, yeah, I've just noticed that.
Sauber at the back, Thomas Halo.
Sauber at the back of yeah. Great start from the two Ferraris though. Red Bull down the inside.
Yo, it's all very, very nip and tuck already, and I think they're all going to make it round amazingly.
Oh, that Toro Rosso was looking very threatening on the Mercedes there.
Winchester and Wise Dog. Winchester's got
Winchester's.
We've got a crash. Sector 1. It is Thomas Halo is out.
Thomas Halo.
He's retired himself. He's retired himself. He's retired. Oh no,
he's
he has.
Why has he done that?
Oh, he's in the wall. He's in the wall. Alonso'd it. He's Alonso'd it.
Oh dear.
Michelangelo
Oh, that
in
Red
the
Bull of Michelangelo's been surrounded.
Get interval up.
Absolutely being
interval
harassed
gap.
by
That's the one you want.
Les Paul and Turles.
Interval 1 is the one you want, bro. That'll show you where the immediate battle is, where it says gap, interval. That's the one you definitely want.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got camera broadcast, gap interval, detailed none, telemetry disabled, lap data disabled. I want that one actually.
I always go tyre, usually for detail, but the one you want to kind of look at. But that'll be for a little bit later on.
Tyre, there we go.
There's tyre
there we
position
go.
change
That's
and
what
stops as well. But
yeah,
so
I've
these
just
guys
seen
are all
that.
keeping this clean other than Thomas Halo. Maybe in
Let's have a look at
Winchester
the
a bit
minute.
wide there, and here comes Winchester.
Oh,
and
yeah, I just noticed that. Just noticed that the
together.
Mercedes have run wide the Ferrari.
Tough Kev is
Actually,
back
it's
out in front.
It's Alzat who's actually challenging him.
Alzat is going to be coming down in the Red Bull. Alzat on the Red Bull, look at this, going into turn 1 for the second time. Give me a better camera. Oh, why is Dodds overshot it? He's gone for Winchester. He needs to
He's
touched.
they've touched.
He's hit the back, and
Has
Turtles
that
has
Red
got
Bull
Les
got wing
Paul.
damage?
Les Paul Turtles runs wide. Which allows
Oh,
Bate to
Alzat's
move
still
to the
there.
12th. Move back up to the top, sorry.
Moved on.
Goodness me, battles everywhere already. Alzat, oh, and Winchester off the
Mercedes
track.
gone off.
And there's Big Stu in the back. Big Stu's gone for Wise Dog now. And Big Stu
That's
comes
it.
and he goes up to 4th.
Wise Dog, good. He noticed the move. He allowed it to happen. Didn't turn across like Barry Summit.
However, Wise Dog went for a move on Winchester, and all of a sudden is now on the threat for 5th. So Wise Dog really loses out
I've
quick.
been on board. I've been on board with Wise Dog for about a lap now, and he's just basically just been over swamped.
Oh, he's going to have to watch out.
There we go.
Cookie, oh my goodness me. Incredibly close.
He's up to 14th, he's just made a move, and I've just noticed as well that Toto Wolff is on the medium tyres.
Look at this, Kinich has got Snoop. Oh, they've touched.
Oh, and I need to get on board with that, looks interesting.
Kinich has got past, Kinich is through, which means now we can go back up to the battle for 4th here. Big Stu, Alzat seems, well, I don't know, goodness me. Kev does another quick lap there. Kev is doing what he did last week.
Fastest lap of the race, 125.896, so he's 1.6 seconds in front of Winchester at the minute.
I never thought I'd say this, guys, but Robbo, thank you very much for the follow, my man. Hopefully your career mode streams are going very well, Mr. Bloss. Thank you so much, my man. You're absolute legend. Thank you so much for following. And there you go.
Right, so now the madness of the first few laps is over. We're on board, like I said, the closest thing at the minute. Oh, that's Toto Wolff making a move on Kinich.
And is he going to keep it? Oh,
they've forced him wide. Kinich is still there, though. Oh, he's forced it wide.
To get back on track. Snoop is just behind Ghost.
Is that Williams going to get in?
Move back towards Notorious all of a sudden. Well, there you go, guys. Well done for kind of. Well, hopefully we get a quiet race here so me and Brian can have a chat about life. But you're probably not going to allow us to do that. You never usually do, so fair enough. So it weirdly.
Who wants to talk about life anyway when guys are playing F1? Come on.
Well, especially not when Biddy and Turtles are going at it. It was wheel to wheel for the battle for 12th place. Here we go. Points for everybody, by the way. Points for everybody. Turtles needs to watch out here.
The way this league,
I'm going to move up.
The way this league,
oh, Jesus, Cookie, sorry to drop you out. We're going to be getting a lot of this.
I'm on board with Cookie now. Sorry. Like I say, the way this league have gone about doing the whole point system, it's absolutely brilliant. It's like basically that everyone's a winner. But le petit déjeuner, as the French would say.
He's asked me to stay with Toe a minute. Let's have a look here. Yeah, good call, Lenny. Really good call here. But there is another battle between Turts and Biddy. We're going to skip into these two. I've just seen that now.
They're side by side going into turn 1. Does the Renault driver make the move stick? Oh, lock up in front.
Awesome move by Turts.
Nice,
Toto Wolff,
very nice.
Who also gets the move done before the DRS finishes. Good move before the apex in turn 1. Good call, Lenny. Thank you very much for that, mate. And that is a really good pass there. And we are now witnessing Kinich and Toto.
Kinich, yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board with Toto. They've basically been together for the whole race now. Now, obviously, Toto's obviously recovered from the battle they had last lap, and he's gotten back past the McLaren Honda once again. I'd expect now for the medium tyres to kick in now, and for him to start pulling away.
Fingers crossed. But then remember, Kinich is on the soft tyre with a McLaren. Admittedly, very slow car, but there are a lot of quick corners around here, and a few little small ones too. And you know what? Pos has just literally explained every single racetrack in the world. Now, Big Stu is all over the back of
Big Stu.
He caught it.
Yeah. Oh, he's got wide.
awesome racing with the guys so far.
Addict and Notorious are like 0.4, 0.6 seconds apart.
Still, Winchester with the fastest lap. Good lap by Wendy there. So Big Stew is on DRS, and how's that now? This
he's gone defensive.
Should be easy.
The Red Bull's gone defensive. This should be like taking candy from a baby.
Stew's going for it.
And that is
What
a basic mirror image. That is a basic mirror image of what Hamilton did to Vettel in the real life race.
Down
the outside into turn
corner
one.
by Stew. Unbelievable.
Absolutely amazing move. Oh, that Toro Rosso is looking feisty with Cookie.
Cookie was in the championship fight. He still is in effect, but he needs to get himself back onto. He missed last week for unknown reasons, of course. A few people missed last week. And by the way,
well, actually, to be honest, that Toro
time,
Rosso though is not a bad car to drive.
In 2 weeks' time, the Paz army travels with RRL to Monaco. Snoop and the Ghost having a battle back there. And Ghost gets Snoop for 16th place, just to confirm. Snoop is really struggling back there.
He is, isn't he? Snoop's got wing damage, hasn't he? I wonder if he's got a slight wing damage from the first lap. Because
I know Thomas Halo did. The Sauber behind, wasn't it? I think there was a bit of a light glitch.
I think he's got wing damage because he's just basically he's falling away too much and he's taking it easy through the corners.
Oh, tough time.
The fastest lap of the race,
1:25.7.
1:25.7.
Not a bad lap at this early stage.
That goes up to 2.1 seconds.
Big Stew with the fastest lap of the race. He's going to have to try and hold in Winchester now.
Just
almost nose to tail.
25.5 for Big Stew.
Cookie, is he going to go for a move on Wise? I think he's going to play.
I think he's better off it.
No pun on the name, Wise. Not to go through. Hey, you're like a Biddy and Turtles back there though. Side by side, these two again. Biddy.
Oh, good damn it. Where is he?
All the way
there
back
we go.
to Wise Dog. God, you will notice it is hard to stick on one driver with these guys. Even though I've
never done this before, so this is brilliant.
It's beautiful, mate. It's like watching a real race.
I'll tell you what, the Sauber in 9th place of Addicts, he's doing really well at the minute to to stick with these guys. Now, I'll say Addicts is probably a fantastic driver.
He is.
Make no mistake about that. But being in the Sauber, you're going to be handicapped. So he's fighting it out. He's going to fight
been in the Sauber for like 3 weeks.
He's doing brilliant.
Incredible. He did it in Brazil as well. He was amazing. Overtaking cars that he shouldn't have been. Oh, an Addict in the wall.
Oh, no,
Addict's
he's
crashed.
out. Oh!
You
I was
called
on
it.
board with Addict.
Cursor commentator.
He was fighting it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well.
So Addict's going to win this race.
Well, it's a little bit more likely there's going to be
Addict,
McLaren
so
1-2 as well. They're now up to 10th and 14th.
Again, I think it was just a case of just catching too much curb and then just spearing off into the wall. Lucky he only got wing damage and not, free wheels.
Yeah, I was about to say that is usually a career killer. Good control. You have to
It usually is. Going on board with Wise Dog now, who's right behind the Red Bull of Alzat.
I'm saying it, bro. This is telepathic. I knew we'd work well together, man. You knew we'd work well. Everyone knew we'd fucking work well doing this.
My eyes are constantly fixed. Ghost has made a move on Addict.
I think Addict pitted, didn't he? Yeah, he's in the pits. Oh, Wise Dog on the move.
Right.
Wise Dog has overtaken Alzat into 4th place.
That's a great move. That is a great move. You can't, if you are close enough, you can get that move done into there. So,
Alzat's gone for a little bit of a
almost
move.
going straight. No, Alzat almost went straight into the back of the Ferrari going for just got caught out by the braking distances.
Where the distance kind of moved there. It was weird. Fucking hell. A very, very quiet battle behind between Notorious Michelangelo and Paul 2K. And of course, remember,
Just keeping
Addict
an eye.
was part of that group. Oh, and
Cookie's
Cookie on the
passed.
outside, never. Not round there.
He's done it. He's
not.
They
Collided.
slightly touched. I tell you what, there's nothing given here. Side by side through there. I wouldn't.
Cookie's done it.
I wouldn't in and up. What a move by Cookie. I tell you what, in an online race, I wouldn't even attempt to do that. Oh, back end stepped out there.
That's all over, which means we're going to have to go on board with that. Look at
Yeah, Cookie is.
Remember the silent battle, Rara? Paul 2K, Notorious and Michelangelo all of a sudden are in this battle. Let's see what can happen here. So we've got, I believe it's going to be Alzat making a move on Cookie again. He's going to the out. Cookie
And
goes
the Renault looks interested as well. Cookie, does he survive? He clips the curb a little bit, but I think that's just enough. Can he get the power down? Yes, he can.
He can, and we've got Notorious now waking up in this race. And he's at the back of, caramba. It's the back of, look, that's me. A bit of lag there for Michelangelo. Hopefully that's not my lag. We've got a second follower.
Biddy 4 tenths behind Turtless as well. Just noticed it on the dashboard.
What's that for you? Of course, Biddy always remain part of that. So Cookie is really almost the cork in the bottle. As you see, Wise Dog finally has got away by just over 3 seconds all of a sudden. Oh, Cookie. But this isn't really the main story. The main battle here is whether Owlsack can really recover. Remember, Owlsack at one stage was in the top 3, as was.
He was. He had a good start. It's been a tough couple of laps now for Owlsack. I think.
Look, whoa!
I don't know.
In the background. Notorious and Michelangelo. I just saw. I was looking at the back. Just listen to what he was saying. All of a sudden, it showed me the back camera, and they just seen 2 cars side by side. Michelangelo. Notorious. Sorry, Ryan.
I think it was. I do think it was just a fake look by Michelangelo, as you do, trying to put the car in front under pressure. Oh, the Red Bull behind Angelo, locking up, going into the chicane. Tell you what, that wasn't the best of exits there for the Red Bull driver.
This should hopefully. I think this may be Notorious making a move here. Now remember though, 100%
Rara, you idiot! I'm commentating on the wrong bloody driver. I'm on board with Notorious, and I'm calling him Angelo. What the hell?
By the way, I spent the whole of my first ever race at this in RRL, returning to do my commentary. I called everybody Paul 2K, every single driver. Annoyed me like fuck.
Paul 2K passes. Paul 2K.
Well, it was like everybody.
That's like Renault going defensive.
Notorious. Now, by the way, I used to race with this guy. A bit of a fact of me and Notorious as we see him just. Oh, he's forcing him, but look at Paul 2K, very well held there by the Renault driver.
That's good defensive there from the Renault, but it wasn't the best of exits. That's going to give the Force India a chance here. He's not going to take it. He's going to wait until the DRS.
Me and Notorious went into a final round showdown in my original race in the league, in our league, and he got me. On the last corner, I had a move to make, and we come across the line 0.084 seconds apart after 20 races. An amazing season. Incredible. Just watching it, just great. These guys. Oh, Notorious, right there. Oh, right there. Let's get back on the normal camera. Siphon between.
This is definitely. There we go. Tough Kev does the 25.4 once again. The gap is now 3 seconds.
Wish I could show
between
Kev.
The two Ferrari. It is.
It's like
Winchester's in a Ferrari, yeah. Oh no, it's Wise Dog in the other Ferrari.
So a Ferrari sandwich at the moment, 1 and 4, and I see that Paul 2K is still having a go. I mean, it was Cookie, almost shockingly in a way, has got away from Owlsack by 2.5 seconds.
He has
2K makes a
2.5 seconds.
Paul 2K up to 6th place. Fantastic move.
It's a fantastic move. He's just trying to hold it. He's just trying to hold it now. Like I said, the Renault driver had to make. He had. Like I say, he had to do it because he was under pressure from the Force India driver of Notorious, not Michelangelo. I got it right at last.
Got it right, mate. Ironically, Michelangelo's first name is Jay. Notorious's first name is actually Mike. So just to kind of confuse the issue there, but we'll move on with that.
You know what? These guys don't make it easy, do they?
So this is the big battle going on at the moment here, then, guys. The battle for 6th position. It usually does come to that. And notice how the top guns and the bottom guns are quite spread out at the moment. That will probably be the way until the tyre strategy, and then obviously when people start to pit.
I'm going to jump on board with Michelangelo because he's like 2 tenths behind Notorious at the minute. As everyone butches up behind the Renault, bit of a lock up there from Angelo. He doesn't want to do that too often, especially around here.
Bit of a skip out as well.
Tell you what, Les Paul's doing all right, isn't he? In the McLaren in 10th.
How far is Kev out front? We'll let you know, mate. He's currently, because it is a bit blurry on the
3.6 seconds. Well, 3.7 seconds now is Kev.
And we'll show Kev really quick. We'll give these guys some love briefly before the battle commences behind. Kev in first, Winchester.
Here we go, man, because they're going down the main straight.
Here we go then. Back on board. I know, Lenny. It only lets me do 380 PPI, which is PPI, whatever it is. I don't fucking know what it is. It's
CPI, ain't that like an insurance thing? Oh! How's that getting caught out by the braking speed of the Renault there? He's almost lost it completely going into turn 1. Now he's under pressure from the Force India of Notorious. Notorious is down his inside, and the move has been made.
Has he got him? I think he's got him perfectly.
Yeah, he's got him.
To go to the inside, he can't. Now, how's that sporting damage here? Because, oh, wait a minute, Winchester's made a mistake. Winchester made his mistake. Look at the gap up front between the Mercedes.
It's 5.6 seconds. What's gone on? The 2 Mercedes right behind each other now.
Stu's in DRS. This could be a very, very interesting part of the race.
Mercedes, now we've seen Mercedes battles before in the past.
in
And
Spain.
like I say, it's been fairly interesting.
Oh, Michelangelo knows that.
He's pushing too hard.
As if
He's under
done
pressure.
that there.
Dude, Winchester, you need to calm
let's get back
down.
on board.
Okay, just calm down. Calm down.
Say me and you who are both getting really. Oh, Winchester!
Oh, he's
he's
pitting.
He's gone the pits. I think he's worn his tyres.
He's had to. I think he has. Yeah, he's.
He's at the wall there. Goodness
Don't
me.
hit the wall. Don't hit the.
That's
Don't hit the
not a
wall,
good
you
idea.
pleb.
Kill Jesus. There's some hate mail for Rara coming up. So we've got the battle now between Notorious and Michelangelo still going on. We know Winchester has pitted. How's pitted as well? We've got a yellow flag. Yellow flag in sector 3. Who's gone off? And it is Turtles.
I
believe Turtles has gone off. He's back on the track there. No hand down.
Yep, Turtles is in the pits now, so he'll be pitting.
Winnie,
He has got.
come out.
I think. He has.
Look at Winchester.
Turtles has
Look
got
at Winchester.
slight wing damage.
So let's have a total. Just holds on. Just holds on.
Oh no! Oh, that's huge! Like I don't know if you've just caught that.
It does.
On
There
my
is a couple of
screen, there was-
spikes.
Yeah, that was huge lag then because it looked like on my screen that the Mercedes was basically cutting across the front of that Haas driver, and almost spinning off.
Winnie's gone wide. Oh yeah, there is a bit of lag.
Winnie's lagging
actually.
like hell. He's
Yeah,
lagging
Winnie
like
needs to watch
hell.
out, yeah. Unless it's us. Let me just go and watch another car really quickly. Let's watch. By the way, we've not even spoke about this guy. Les Paul, battling with Addict in the championship.
I was saying, I did say about a couple laps ago that in the McLaren he was in 10th place. Obviously, due to pit stops now happening, he's up to 8th. I don't think he's had any battles or anything. He's just been doing his own thing. So he's done really well to be where he
When
is.
he's lagging, when he's having real problems. When he's having real problems, by the way.
Is there anything that we can do, or
No,
do we
no.
just have to leave it?
We just gotta watch it, mate. Like I said.
I feel like at the minute it's impacting total. Well, there again, I can't really say it's impacting
we got a
total
pitter.
because obviously Winnie now is on fresh tyres.
Oh, I think it did a little bit, but as long as Winnie can get away.
Paul 2K.
Paul 2K pits in for the Renault, so Paul 2K was in a 5th position
wing damage?
place at the moment.
No, he hasn't.
Do you know, it's quite hard that whenever you look at a Renault or Toro Rosso or Red Bull car, it does look like you put back me up here. Kanic moves into 11th place. Ghost moves into 12th. Snooper is coming on the final corner. Snooper's had a bad run. But
Hang
Snooper
on a
how's that
second.
together? What's up?
He's wearing my helmet. Paul
Who
2K
is?
has my helmet.
I was
The only
my
difference
helmet
is
in
he's
yellow.
Actually, no. I'll let Paul 2K off. He's got gold going around the front and little bits. I'll let you off this time, pal. All right, you've just know I've got my eye on you. All right.
Oh, we've got Ghost is catching Kanic here, so this is going to give these guys some pretty much unnoticed TV time. Have you noticed how Winchester pitted and come out all the way down in a battle for 10th it was at the time? So it really goes to show that Winnie has, of course, gone back onto the soft tyre. So you will notice as well, will lag at some point. It always happens in these 100% races. It isn't us, even if you've got a good bad connection. I'm running at a solid 50
like I
meg,
say,
you know
I
what mean?
think the majority of the guys, will be doing the 2 stopper. All right, 2 to 3 stopper.
2 or 3, you'd assume it would be 2 to 3, wouldn't you? I'd probably take the 3 to be on the safe side. And we've got a battle coming up here between Winchester and Biddy. This should be bread and butter, this. Biddy can defend better than a lot of people. And, of course, when you are battling a Mercedes...
No, he
or
lets him
Winchester-
through. He lets him through. He makes the smart thing, although almost does clip him.
He makes a smart
still
move of
lagging a
trying to
little
get it
bit,
back up the
Winchester,
inside.
but like I say, the
He's
Williams...
a bit better.
Yeah.
Better now. He seems to have calmed down a bit.
Yeah, like I say, he's like I say, the Williams driver saw sense. He saw not to fight him too much because obviously he's on much fresher tyres. Doesn't want to hamper his race. And just allow the Mercedes driver through. Now, Tough Kev is leading the race at the minute. He's 6.2 seconds in front of Big Stu, who is 2.2 seconds in front of Wise Dog, and he has a 4-second cushion to RRL Cookie.
And then, of course, we've got the gaggle of cars behind, led by Notorious with Michelangelo.
Yep,
This
I'm
is sort
on
of
board
the
with
pit
Ghost
stop
at the
nation,
minute,
isn't it?
who is 3 tenths behind Kanic, who's been that way for the last
bloody
couple
hell,
of
here we
them,
go.
right behind each other now.
Go on, let's see if Ghost can... But look at Ghost's tyres, he's on the hards and he's not pitted. An intriguing strategy here by Ghost, the former RRL driver, of course, returning.
No. If,
After a while,
like I say, if you're putting on the hard, tyres, you'll be going to at least lap 20.
I was about to say with 100%, he'd be going probably longer than that, wouldn't he? They're going to have to. I mean, how far do you think? But mind you, saying that, me
Well,
and you
I
have very similar driving styles, don't we?
I do 100% races.
You'd be the one to be able
So
to say, wouldn't you? Be the one
So
to go and judge.
like I say, I think it is roughly about 22 laps that you can get on the hard tyres around here. By the way, sorry,
they're doing 3 stoppers, aren't they?
lap there from Tough Kev. So Kev just seems like he's going from strength to strength at the minute. The McLaren goes defensive. The Renault driver, is he going to come up the inside? That's Paul 2K, the stealer of my helmet.
Oh, sorry, we're going back there, are we? Sorry, I was looking at a different one.
Yes,
oh no, I was looking at the same battle. Sorry, forgive me.
Three cars behind each other at the minute. Oh,
Look at Ghost.
is he going to make the move stick? Ghost
This is a ballsy
I think
move by
Ghost has got him.
Last
Don't
time I
forget
raced with
now.
Ghost, he was a 15,
Don't forget now,
16-year-old kid.
Oh, Knich! He survives for now.
Look at
and he
Knich.
cuts past across. Great
They're on the
defensive move
outside,
there from
man.
Knich.
He's using
Absolutely
knowledge
brilliant.
of the
Now let's not
track.
forget now. As far as I'm aware, these two haven't pitted. So at the minute, it'll be Ghost's tyres that'll be looking much better.
You are right. 5 pitters so far. We're at Winchester, Paul 2K, I was at Turtles, and of course, the unfortunate Addict, who we do expect to come back through the field
Stu
at some
pitted.
point. Oh, Paul 2K's just overtaken Ghost. Paul 2K, they're
that was a
pitted
horrible camera angle. I missed it.
now. They're pitted now. Oh, Big Shoot comes out right in front of Blooming Cookie. I tell you what, if that was real life, that would be an unsafe release. But anyway, moving on. The game said it was okay.
Medium tyre there for Big Stu. I can
Winchester
kind
gets
of
past Les Paul.
understand that.
Winchester past Les Paul. Winnie is, I'd say, to be honest, Winnie is the man to watch. I'd say at this particular facet
You know
of the
what?
race.
You know what I've missed? Paul 2K now need to ride on board with him. He's lining up Knich.
I'm on board with him. Let's have a look. Cheers for the call.
Oh, and there's a Red Bull coming out the pits at the same time. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
You got him. You got Knich. that was bread and butter, really. But then a bloody Michelangelo, Christ, he has got my helmet on with a bit of green
right.
on it, by the way.
Michelangelo should be safe now because he's on the quicker tyre. Oh,
He needs to take off.
Paul runs wide a little bit. And of
Knich
course that
goes
leaves
to the move.
Ghost and Knich
God.
to ride the waves again.
Hanging on to the coattails, so to speak, aren't they? And we got another little battle.
It
coming
says
up
at
in
the
a couple of
minute,
laps.
I've just noticed as well, because I've got something up. Kninch's fuel light is showing as yellow, so that means he's under fueled at the minute, if I'm right.
With standard mix, should be just about okay at this stage. I know Knich runs no traction, so he can.
They're right
easily
behind
lift
each
off.
other.
I'm on board with Ghost at the moment. Actually, on board with. Michelangelo
I'm on
locks
board
up
with
just in
Knich,
front.
so I'm seeing it from his point of view.
I'm actually looking at a different
No,
battle myself, mate. Keep on board with that if you can, bro. I'm certainly.
Are you on board with Cookie?
I certainly am, but we've got the top 2 have pitted, by the way. Notorious inherits the lead of the race. Winchester, is he going? Oh, well, let's have a look. Winchester gets out in front of Kev. He doesn't. Winchester's gone into the drag. Kev comes out in second.
I tell you what, that's a huge gain. That is a huge gain from Winchester.
He's been flying. He got very lucky coming out with Biddy. He got very lucky coming out the pits with Toto.
I'm
They're
really
overtaking Biddy.
surprised at just how much of an undercut he had, because wasn't he about 5 or so seconds behind by the time, or was it, no, it's about 4 seconds.
He was. No, he made the mistake, didn't he? He made the mistake in Big Shoe.
Oh, of course, yeah, he made the
when
mistake,
came
so
into
he
the
was about 5.5 seconds behind. So, like I say, if he hadn't made that mistake, he would be leading right now.
pits. Only one retirement, of course, and it come at turn fucking 3. That's Thomas Halo, of course. He is out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately, which means
Commiserations to Thomas Halo, of course, he was looking forward to racing well here today.
he's going to be back in the Sauber for Abu Dhabi.
Ooh.
And I would rather... bloody hell, I was watching Biddy then, by the way. Rode the curb, rather... Oh, another interesting feature. If they do get penalties, it comes up at the bottom left of the screen, just to let you know. It's a very, very handy feature. But now...
Once again, Ghost still trying to line up Kenichi.
Still
Not
watching
got
Ghost.
past him yet.
There's about 4 battles about to unfold.
Don't know
right
where
now.
to look.
Bear in mind, bro, I did a American Grand Prix where they never let me have a break by myself. Notorious pits. Notorious went longer than everybody else.
Where's he going to...
Furious.
Right, I'm going to jump on board. You keep on board with Track Battle. I'm going to jump on board with Notorious. Hey,
So,
no, Notorious. Let's see where he comes out.
Big Shoe has overtaken Les Paul for 3rd place. Les Paul is up in fucking 3rd. He's still going on his original set of songs.
Go on, Paul!
He's nailing it.
Here we go.
Big Shoe overtakes him. Wise Dog is on the back of him too.
Notorious and the Renault driver, Paul 2K. Paul 2K jumps in.
Just gets him. I think he wasn't in front of him before. No, he wasn't. What was he?
No, he's got the undercut on him, but he's right behind him. but Paul has been on these tyres for about 4 laps now, so obviously he's going to be under pressure straight away from Notorious, who's on the much fresher
There's
tyres.
loads of battles. There's loads of battles all of a sudden. Ghost and Knitch are side by side.
Oh, Ghost and Knitch! Oh, I'm going the wrong way! What a
Knitch still
scene!
kept him. Another battle unfolding is Michelangelo.
This must be frustrating for Ghost. He keeps trying to make the move, and it just...
He needs to escape, doesn't he, in that house.
You know what this reminds me of? And considering the McLaren is the same colour, do you remember the 2001 Monaco Grand Prix where David Coulthard got stuck behind Enrique Bernaldi for about 50 laps?
In the ROS car, of course. Bloody hell, Bernaldi, well, he's like a fucking demigod in F1. He's a demigod before Maldonado existed. Jesus. Good racer, though. I do. I remember he was kind of shouting, finger gesturing and all sorts out the car when he couldn't get through.
Well, of course, back then, bit of a sideways motion there from Ghost.
He's
lost a bit of time.
Wise Dog and Les Paul
Here we go.
No, Big Stu, sorry, and Cookie and Les
Onto
Paul
Wise
are
Dog.
side by side as well. Just behind, Stu keeps the move.
Oh, the Mercedes driver fends him off.
And Biddy pits in.
Let's not forget, guys,
that
it was a Ferrari. It was a Ferrari 1-2. The Ferrari of Wise Dog didn't have that good a first lap. Well, first
Ghost has
couple
done
laps.
Knitch. Ghost has done Knitch. Ghost has done Knitch.
And finally, that move has been made. Biddy's pitted, and he's dropped down to 15th.
Addict, can we just say, is ahead of Snoop by 23 seconds. Snooper is having an absolute nightmare again on Positively Glad Twitch channel and YouTube. Hey, bit of a plug, guys.
We'll show him some love later in the race.
By the way, guys, if you can as well, of course, as I promised, give me a second. Let me know if there's any battles royale. I'll write this really quickly, please.
Well, at the minute, I'm on board with Wise Dog, who is 8 tenths of a second behind. But believe it or not, there's a Toro Rosso of Cookie who's not that far behind. So the battle for third could become a free car battle. Tough
Raro's
has a
Twitch link
4.8
is
second
in
gap
the...
over Winchester.
Oh, Toto's got Michelangelo. They're still battling. Bloody hell! I've just looked up and there you go. And I've just put your Twitch in the chat as well, bro. By the way, hopefully people will go and drop you a follow.
Thank you, guys. Do, like I say, if you're watching, do drop us a follow. I do stream F1 pretty much most nights. It's basically 100% career mode. I'm on season 4, driving for. Who am I driving for?
Williams.
Williams. That's it.
Interruption on the plug. Here goes Michelangelo. And Les Paul pits. He's gone for the 2. Les has gone for the 2, mate.
Isn't that his first pit stop?
Yep. I think only Knitch and Ghost haven't pitted yet.
Let's see, if he puts on the hard tyres, there is a chance he could go to the end.
Knitch
No, he
and
hasn't.
Toto. Yeah, but look at Knitch's tyres. He's on the suit. He's on the softs.
Let me jump on board with him. All right. Right. The front left does look like it's starting to blister though, because you've got that line.
Jesus Christ!
You've got that line in there in the tyre.
Big Stu as a 3
So you can't have.
Look at that. That's the time to tune in. Here comes Wise Dog on Stu. You'll notice there's a lot of
I'm on board.
here,
I want to get on. I want. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Right, so on board with Wise Dog now, the car who's basically the
look at
meat
this.
in the sandwich of these 3 cars.
Position. Michelangelo. No. Press the wrong button.
No! Oh! Wise Dog! He's lost it completely.
Wise Dog again.
Oh!
What happened? I missed it. I was watching Michelangelo and Toto.
He basically just caught too much curb and spun it. It was just one of them things.
Oh no!
It
Damage.
just happens.
Damage.
And
Damage.
yeah, he hit the wall. He gently hit the wall as well, so that will obviously piss him off a bit more.
Oh, for
Excuse
goodness
my
sakes!
language,
Wise
guys.
Dog had a give over, man. You're on Positively Glad's Twitch channel. You don't worry about language.
Oh, Big Stu!
Big Stu and
Big
Cookie.
Stu into the belly! Look at that! Oh, what's a
Wise
move!
Dog. Wise Dog's got a 5 second stop go penalty, mate. But look at Cookie. No fucking way.
Oh, Cookie! Cookie, can he make it stick?
Oh, he's hit him. He's hit him.
Oh, that's a bit naughty there from Stu. He should have conceded.
I guess you can always fight for the position, can't you? Both cars
You can
collide.
fight for the position. From my point of view, it did look a little naughty. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt though. Like I say, he just needs to remain patient. He's on the medium tyres. Stu is on the softs, but obviously I don't know how long Stu's been on these tyres for now. Actually, that's something I need to realise. I mean, if they're relatively fresh,
similar,
then all he needs to do is just stick as close as he can with Cookie and wait for his tyres to disintegrate. That way his tyres will come into around and he can get the position back.
Cookie went around the outside of Big Stu. Michelangelo and Toto. Michelangelo runs very wide. He's going to go for a switchback here.
Yeah, Toto's tyres will be screaming right now.
He's on the mediums though. I think Toto could probably go. Bearing in mind, can he just took his soft tyres?
Well, I did say
laps.
with the medium tyres, you can get about 22 laps out of them. So, like I say, he's done really well. I'm surprised. Does he pit this lap? No, he doesn't. He continues. Interesting. Doesn't want to stay on them too long. Well, like I say, he doesn't want to stay on them too long because obviously he'll be costing himself time and position really. Any battles out there now? Because there is a bit of a gap.
Going for Toto.
Whoa! What a move! What a move!
That's how you do it. That is how you do it.
I was on board.
Called the bluff.
I was on board with Toto. I was on board with Toto as well, and he just absolutely used the grip. Oh, bit of a lock up there from Michelangelo. Like I say, he just absolutely used it because obviously, like I say, his tyres now. The Haas's tyres will be dying, basically. So use the extra grip that he's got to outbrake him. It's something that I do. So obviously, I run my brakes at 100%, and basically, if you've got the fresher tyres and you feel like confident, then you can basically fool the driver into basically doing the dummy. I think it's known as. Notorious 2 tenths behind.
Oh, Ghost is ghosted.
Ghost is ghosted.
Yeah, that's a bit of irony there. I'm not sure if he's AI'd it, I think. Why has he paused it? What's going on? Just watch the stream a minute, see if anything comes up.
Right on board with Paul 2K, who is.
Yeah, we'll go back
I'd
on
say he's going to
Paul
get.
2K. Oh, look at Toto.
Yeah, he's got a nice run. He's got a nice run. Toto's tyres are done for. He needs to pit. He's losing positions now. Oh, going back across though. That's a.
Cheeky.
I don't know. You don't really want to do that.
Teeny bit cheeky. A guy we haven't really covered much this race is Turtles. He's a very, very quiet race, as has Biddy, of course. A couple of battles here and there for them. Oh no! Look at Notorious. That is how you do it.
Yeah, he's just absolutely. He's basically gone down. Took the move. A bit of lag there. He's took the move, and he's basically taking candy from a baby at this stage.
It was. He just basically Notorious. Ever since I raced with him, he's been one of them people who kind of simply holds it very steady. He doesn't kind of push too much.
Yeah.
He'll wait for the kind of. I mean, we used to be kind of as aggressive as each other. You know what I mean? But now he's just basically one of these people who would just put his feet up, chill, wait for the mistakes to happen, and of course it got him a second position.
I think it's called the evolution of Alan Prost. You basically become like bit of a wing damage there. I think I saw debris fly off as Notorious, and the Renault car came through the hairpin.
I wasn't watching it. I was actually watching the battle a bit further back, but I moved back up just to see.
Some Kev pitted. Something's happened.
Why is Winchester 10 seconds behind all of a sudden?
Why does Kev say his position's going down?
Oh, ignore it. It fucks up every so often. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, that's.
We've got a 3-car battle here between Ghost.
Where are you?
Turtles and
Paul.
This is going to be quite interesting. Oh, Turtles is done
this side by side. Turtles has just absolutely done him. That was brilliant and brave.
And here comes Les Paul, second in the championship, of course. He is going to catch Addict at this rate. But remember, Addict all of a sudden is in 14th place with Weisdog in the Ferrari all over him.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's nice there. That's nice there from Paul. He just kind of squeezed him a little bit, but there was absolutely nothing wrong in that.
Addict is keeping a Ferrari behind him in a Sauber. Look, it's like watching fucking bloody thing. Oh shit! I just mentioned a name that I shouldn't have. Forgive me, guys. Sorry. We'll edit that out. Forgive me. Right. Anyway, moving on. Right. Shots fired, bitch.
The Ferrari is still side by side. He takes the defensive position and holds it. How long can he hold this position for? Obviously, that Ferrari will be quick and on fresh tyres.
Jump between two battles at the moment.
If I was Weisdog, I would have put on the hard tyres and just gone on for as long as I can.
Yeah.
Basically, Winchester pitted very early on though. Last time, I think he only went 12 laps on the soft tyres last time round. So it's basically done what he did last time. I think you know what might be a possibility. Maybe Winchester's going off the alternate strategy when it gets thrown up.
Potentially. potentially, especially but to be honest, when you're in a Mercedes, that's probably one of the only two cars you can really get away with doing that. And ironically, Winchester comes out again in front of Toto. and ironically, it was last time because Toto still hasn't stopped. Interestingly,
why is
Toto and Ghost
I know
still
it,
haven't stopped in this race.
He's doing the one-stopper. I think Toto's doing the one-stopper.
Do you know what though? Looking at it from this way, and I've just realised Cookie is in second. Good effort there in the Toro Rosso, mate. Fucking hell.
15 seconds though behind Tough Kev. Now, basically, Winchester now needs to make sure that he can. Well, I don't know because he made the mistake though, didn't he? He was like 10 seconds behind at one point. So is he going to be able to get the undercut once again?
When he needs to hit
Toto
second
under
in this
pressure
race.
from Alzat.
Oh, here we go. Let's have a look here. Get on Alzat. Give me a better camera angle, please, Codemasters. Thank you, you bunch of cogs. Alzat will make a move here.
Watching Red Bull. No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. He's going to wait
just
until
on the left
the
of the mirror,
DRS.
which is rather annoying.
DR straight. That Red Bull is lagging a little bit. There is a bit of lag in this lobby at the minute.
A little bit here and there. It's. I tell you what, though, it's been a lot worse. I'll tell you that much, especially around the American stream where it was actually me lagging. I couldn't keep up with anybody. I had to basically sit in TV camera for about 20 laps until it fucking sorted itself out. It was a bit of a ball ache. But we have now got Alzat and Toto. Toto is still going.
Toto almost lost it going around the final corner.
He's going to. I tell you what, if he's got force feedback on that, he's a wheel runner. That's why he's running so well, I think, Toto at the moment. But I need to. That's what I was going to go back to. Toto is third in the championship. He's ahead of Addict and Les Paul. No matter what happens here, Toto will gain positions. So, you know, and
like
remember though, round 20 is at Belgium. People can play tactically, you know, think about what car they want to. Obviously, you can't really plan it, can you? Because, you know, you may blow up every so often. And Notorious runs wide.
Yeah.
Winchester makes the move. Notorious ran wide just out of turn 5. And there goes Winchester.
Yeah. Oh,
into sixth
see,
place.
I don't understand what Winchester's playing at. He's on the soft tyres again. So
no, he's
with
on
this
mediums
rate,
right now,
he's only got.
he's on the
Oh yeah,
ends.
sorry, medium tyres. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's gone back to. He's changed
Oh,
it
that's
now.
done Toto.
I was going to say. Oh, I think
Stop,
no, I'm on board with it. It's showing as medium tyres, but it's showing me on screen as soft tyres.
Oh, yeah, that's a
this
glitch.
game.
They've once again glitched it. Basically, I think it was last week or the week before, Tough Kev had flashing tyres. That was awesome. You feature in F1 games, by the way. And in real life, next year.
Right,
it's called the fucking Disco Soft.
So medium tyres for Winchester. He'll probably get these to about lap 40. With the rate he's been going through tyres,
just
the
a
rate
bit more,
he's been going through tyres, I'm going to say about lap 40.
And another little battle coming up here as well, right? We've got Biddy and Wisestock here battling. They're currently going to be in a little heated battle coming up. Ferrari versus Williams. Whether Wisestock can get through or not, I don't know. Wisestock, of course, needs to have the result, but he's also
on board with Les Paul at the minute, who's just less than half a second behind Turtless.
Wisestock moves clearly into
made the
DRS
move
on Biddy. Nice and easy. We'll go back into Les Paul. He's overtaken Turtles.
Oh, he's ran wide!
Mistake.
Oh, yeah, Turtles made a mistake, and that was it. I think he just caught the grass a little bit, and it slowed him down.
Can you believe that Ghost and Toto still go around the lap 27? Man, I'd be on my second stop by now. I'd be on a Winchester level, me. Good effort though from the two guys still going around.
I'd say what though, this track is a joy to drive. It really is.
There's only one part I don't like about it, and that is the corner that the Ghost is coming up to. Now, this 8 and 9, I can never get that right. Or 7, 8, you know, the kind of left-right jig.
I like that. When I first tried the game on the beta, that corner was a struggle because I always used to lose the back end going into it. But now I seem to have got it nailed.
It is one of them, isn't it? It's almost like it's the game's evolution has made it easier to drive certain tracks. Hashtag no Monaco.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Monaco's never going to be easy enough to drive. Winchester is now 4 tenths of a second behind Pole 2K. There should be a move coming right up. Is he going to make it into turn 1? Does he go for it? No, he thinks better of it.
I'd go for the turn 3 splash, I'd say. Turn 3 build up, turn 4 dive. Let's see what we can do.
I think this is going to happen now. I think you've called it. The Renault runs wide. And he's down the inside. That should be the move. Nice and done, unless there's a Mercedes moment of 2016 happening. Nope, he makes the move.
3 to 4,
there we go.
With the quicker car. Paul 2K doesn't need to fight Winchester, just focus on his own race. And Ghost and Turts.
Ghost is past Turts.
Yeah, oh, of course.
I think Turts' tyres have gone off because he's lost 2 positions in quick succession to cars that are on harder tyres. So
And
either
Ghost
that
is on
or he's fuel
30 lap
saving.
old tyres. Ghost on 30 lap old tyres as well.
Actually, that's a good point. That is Ghost not pitted yet?
No. He's actually still going round. As is Toto.
What am I looking at? Data.
It's
hit
under
window.
detail. Stops.
Stops.
Go
There
on,
we go. Yep. So it's Toto. Yeah, you're right. Toto and Ghost have not yet stopped. That's good. I like that. Right. So let's have a
How's
look.
that Notorious? How's that Notorious?
Going on. Yep, I'm on board now. These two have been battling for quite a while now.
They have ever since Notorious caught the group up, wasn't it? When I was remember I
Yeah.
was running in the top 3 at the start of the Grand Prix as well.
Yeah,
was
I
really
was
fallen foul.
qualified between the two Mercedes, and he was actually looking really good to get a good position. But obviously he got the good start. He's just unfortunately fell back. I think he made a mistake, didn't he? And he just lost time ever since then. And since then, him and Notorious have kind of been like, I don't know. You remember Road Rage, the old video game? It's kind of been like that.
Road Rash, man, isn't it? Remember that? I'm not sure. I think you're on about a different game, but hell, Road Rash. I might start
Do you not
streaming.
remember the old little arcade game we were on motorbikes used to hit people with like truncheons and whatnot off their bikes? It's kind of been like
Road
that.
Rash. Road Rash, man.
Oh, Road Rash, right? Okay.
Yeah. Stop it. Don't make me go and get the PlayStation 1 out. Please don't.
Oh, the Force India's run wide. He's dropped behind.
Notorious. So Notorious moves a bit
Pushing a
further
bit
back.
too hard there for Notorious.
Also 9th.
Wise Dog
right,
is
do you
7
know what?
tenths behind Turts.
Oh, let's go to Wise Dog. I was about to have a look at the race leader, but we'll go on board with Wise Dog.
Is he going to make the move?
He's
Think he
thinking
thinks
about
better
it.
of it. Get me off this bloody camera angle.
Yeah, it's reverse camera angle. Fuck off. Jesus. Michelangelo pits. Michelangelo pits from 4th position. So there we go. Michelangelo is pitting from 4th. He'll probably come out just behind the battle with Notorious. Probably just ahead of Toto, I'd assume. No.
Oh, Wise Dog
Toto's
caught the
gonna get
curb
him.
too much there.
Watch Wise Dog again. Just watching Michelangelo come out. He's going to be safely in 9th position. Toto just gets him. And out for 12th position. Wise Dog needs to really... and he's not running DRS here.
He's not, is he? Why is he not running DRS? Is he using the tactic though of just using the slipstream to save fuel?
Potentially. One of them's lifting off.
Unless he's right behind him. You don't want to slam into the back of him.
Not doing that yet, but they're not using the old tactic, doing anything other than tactic fucking suicide. And we've got Toto and Michelangelo once again. These two are back in the battle again with each other. They had an awesome battle earlier in the race. So I'll look at this one on board and see obviously what's going on.
But this one should be pretty much straightforward though, because obviously Toto's not pitted.
Sector 3, yellow flag.
Yellow flag.
Who is it? Snoop, I believe. I think Snoop went wide, did he?
Oh.
Yeah, Snoop
Yeah, I
went
think he's gone wide.
wide.
That's all.
Snoop is 51 seconds down, man. Michelangelo gets the move done very nicely, by the way. He moves into 8th position, and he can get back on the back of Notorious.
Yeah, Snoop carries on, doesn't pit, and on he continues. About to get lapped by a Renault driver. Biddy is second behind Wise Dog, the battle between Wise Dog and the Renault driver at the minute. Now, if Wise Dog doesn't clip the curbs like he did last time, he should be able to line him up quite nicely. It's better, but he loses the back end just coming out of it, and that is probably going to cost him. Although, like I say, he's in a Ferrari, he's got a lot more power than the Renault. The Renault goes defensive. Well, he goes defensive, not defenseless.
I think
And he makes a bit of a dive bomb. Oh, that's a bit of a dive
Biddy's
bomb.
perspective. Biddy's perspective here, and look in the background.
It is.
Mr. Addict
He's
is there as well.
He's tapped him.
Oh,
He's tapped him. Has lost part of his front wing.
Oh, Wise Dog, just patience is the key. Patience is key here, man. I used to say it a lot of times in our old league round, patience is key. Literally put your feet up, wait for the opportunity sometimes. Like Notorious, like Biddy have done in this Grand Prix. Just put your feet up and wait for the opportunity to arise. Toto has pitted and come out 16th place, guys, but by the way, just to kind of bring you up to date.
On the medium tyres again.
Yeah, he'll be going for the soft at the end. He's going to do a two-stopper. I think Toto's feeling would be that he could probably go onto the hard tyre, but you know, you'd lose too much time really. Snoop is really having problems here. He's a lap almost down on...
This Addict about to make a move on Wise Dog.
Of course, forgive me.
Wise Dog Weisdog has got wing damage, so he is struggling. Will he pick this lap for another set of tyres and fall back further down the field?
WiseDog, what I would literally do now, hard, go to the end. Just go to the end.
Just
damage limitation,
stay out of
get
trouble
yourself
and
to
just see
bonus.
what happens when the race, when these stops. However, no, we have a
Pits. It's pits, by the way. Oh, I got a bit of lag myself here. Let me just have a little flick through. Let's watch Addict. So there we go. We've got basically these two guys are running. There we go. Pretty much line of stern, really. You know, Tits is having a really... Tits with a front wing change. Rara.
front wing inters.
Rara.
Turts. Why are you on inters?
A minute. Rara. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good. Look at this guy. It's way too early, don't get me wrong. We can't see the weather, can we?
No.
Is it going to rain?
Oh.
It's raining!
It's raining. I've just seen it. I think he's called it too. I think he's called it too early though.
Way too early.
The track
way too
is
early.
nowhere near wet enough, and his tyres are just going to burn.
Guys, as well. This is Positively Glad's first wet race as commentator of RRL. I've never seen a drop of rain in this game.
I saw a bit of rain, but
the best thing to do is go onto WiseDog. Go onto WiseDog. Go onto TV Cam or TV Pod, and you'll see the streaks on his car.
Yeah, I can see it. Yep, it is raining. Rain is here in
way.
Barcelona.
Oh boy.
Rain in Spain is falling on the plane.
Wow. You really worked on that one, didn't you?
I did.
You've been waiting to say that for fucking months.
I'm a little proud of
what
myself
is
for that one. I'll give myself a pat on the
doing?
back, don't you worry.
I'm stunned.
He's basically seen it rain. He's basically seen it. Basically, I think his pit stops come round and he's thought, "I've had to do something." He's just made the wrong decision. Go on the soft tires. The quick tire. Just go until.
Get back in now and then go.
Just get back in and put it on. His race is ruined though. His race is ruined. He's 35 seconds behind Toto.
Just time the rain comes, his tyres are going to get burnt out, so it's not going to make any difference whatsoever anyway.
Is safety car on?
Yes.
Well, we
So,
never
do you
see
know what,
it
there's a way
anyway.
we can check that. I'll double check it. Yeah, I actually saw it in my career mode race actually in Canada. Weird, and it was only because I think it was a puncture.
I did. So I don't. No, I didn't. I had a VSC in mine.
You know what, I'm not on one of them for fucking ages. That's a good point actually. Anyway,
I'd rather have a safety car than a VSC.
I may, yeah, but mind you, the glitch used to come out. If you have a VSC on the line, I just used to fucking put it in rich mix and bomb forward. We've got Weiss
Yeah, well,
here,
that's what we used to do
chasing
in
down Biddy.
16. I've been on board
Yeah,
now
we
for
used to
about a
love
lap.
it,
I need to get off this TV pod. I want to go back to broadcast mode. There we go.
Weiss's got to move.
I tell you what,
here.
Addict is hanging on quite nicely.
He is, and with more
He's
people
gone
making
defensive.
mistakes than Weiss,
That's the move done. He has though.
Shot
That's
that
allowed the Williams driver back in. Oh!
Look at Biddy, go on Biddy, go and have a run round. He couldn't quite make it, unlucky there Bid. Not quite getting it done, but Addict is just loitering in the background. Do what we said, patience is key here. Now these guys are quite spread out here. We're just about halfway through Rara. I'm going to get on board with the car. I'm going to go for a little quick cigarette myself, mate, and hand the throne over to yourself really quickly. I know you can go. Give me a driver that you want me to go on to, and I'll work on it for you. Give me 2 seconds. What
Biddy,
car would you want to
stay
go
on Biddy.
Biddy, I'll stay on Biddy. Back in 2 minutes, guys. Thank you very much.
Right. So, of course, guys, as you can see, the rain is falling here in Spain. Biddy, see, the question is, obviously, we know that Weisdog recently pitted for new tyres and whatnot. So, obviously, he's making his way through the field, and in the Ferrari, you know, he is going to be a lot quicker than other cars. At the minute, Biddy runs wide there. That's going to allow Addict to try and. I'll tell you what, Addict's doing really well at the minute. He's in a Sauber, underpowered, and you know he's. I don't know. When I see stuff like this in performance mode, it really makes me admire like the driver's ability, and like I say, all credit when credit's due. I mean, yes, fighting in 12th and 13th. It's not a point-scoring position like Les Paul, who's in 9th, and like we said, Paul is 3rd in the championship at the minute. In fact, Paul has just been overtaken by Ghost. So never mind, but Paul's still in the points anyway. Oh, there is a Williams coming out the pits really slowly. That'll be Snoop, won't it? Yep, Snoop's made a pit stop, and Biddy holds off Addict for yet another lap. He's hanging on though to the Ferrari, he's not letting him go. 5 more laps, I reckon, and then enters. Like, so we didn't see though. Obviously, us commentators, we can't see what the weather is going to be like. So basically, as soon as it arrives, it's like, oh, rain! And then, yeah, obviously we don't know how long it's going to last for either, unless we get inside information. Biddy runs wide. Can Addict get the move done? Oh, no, he'll back off and wait until the DRS zone if he's close enough. I think the track is getting very, very greasy now, so cars who are on worn tyres are starting to struggle. I say guys who are veterans at these sort of games will come into their element now. Turtless, minute 13 on the Inter tyres. Oh, you've absolutely destroyed your race, man. Unlucky.
What's happened, bro?
At the minute, I feel like the track is getting very, very greasy. Like I say, I'll say, oh, the Renault! Something's happened to the Renault of, who's that? Is that Turts? Yeah, it's Turts on the Inters. He's held up, he's held up Addict. He's held up Addict.
What is it? Goodness me.
What are you doing?
He should have pitted back onto the softs. He would have at least had damage limitation a little bit there. Oz's back now, guys.
Like, we did that, didn't we? Did we do that in a league race once?
Yep,
we called it wrong
China,
on tyres.
Yeah,
it was China, wasn't
loads
it?
Of us.
Yeah, we called it wrong, and then we actually like soared through the field on dry tyres.
Ironically, Rara, I did it 2 years in a row.
You did,
didn't
you?
The first
You
Chinese
did it
Grand
in
Prix,
season. Yeah, you did it in season 2.
And it was my fault, guys. I want to give you a bit of a history lesson as I'm watching Owls out here catching Pool 2K at a rate of fucking knots, by the way. And apparently driving on the soft tyres, Turtles has now been overtaken by Snoop, who was nearly a lap down anyway. So he is a lap down, actually. Turtles has ruined his race anyway. But yeah, I was the reason why everybody pitted.
Snoop was overtaken.
Snoop has got him. Toto on the back of Kinich as well. I'm just going to stay on board with Owls at a minute because he's
Yeah,
actually
I'm
on the medium tyres, by
board
the
with
way.
Valzat now.
He's on mediums technically, but it's showing. Oh, apparently now he's on hards. Okay.
Yeah, he's on the hard. He's on the hard tyres.
I was looking at the wrong guy anyway. And I was like, hey, let's get on board with the TV pod because this isn't really showing too much. That's much better back on broadcast. Toto has got Kinich very nicely on the DRS in Sector 2. Back on board with Howsat really quickly. Hopefully, guys, you're enjoying the coverage. Please be sure to drop a follow as well. And this is going to be on YouTube very, very soon afterwards. In fact, as soon as this race finishes, it is being uploaded. May I point out?
Of course, so you know
uploaded.
the drivers who race in this can see how much airtime we give them and how much joy they will have listening to our wonderful voices.
99. Addict on the back of Biddy. It's going to go on that really, but who do I follow?
I don't know. I don't know who to go. I'm on Alza.
I'm stuck on Alza.
This looks quite, because obviously it's battle for 5th and 6th at the minute. Oh, bit of out of shape there from Paul 2K. Is the Red Bull driver going to make the move? I think it's more of a fake look. Yep, he does. He dives back in.
It's just there again.
He is, isn't he? He's Michelangelo. The two Red Bulls have been sort of on par with each other in this race quite a bit.
Different races,
I think at one they have had 2 quite different races, but they have been quite close as well. Because at some points it's looked like one's just going to sail off into the distance. However, things have happened that have allowed the two to come back together. Oh, the Renault driver runs wide. That gives him Alza a chance to make the move, get in the slipstream, get the overspeed, and this should be a simple move into turn 1.
It's not though. It's not.
No, it's not. The Renault driver will force him wide. The side-by-side goes through turn 2 on the green apron. Oh my god, this is brilliant on a greasy track as well. This is great to see. Don't understeer into the Renault, please. And this should confirm the move.
This should be the end of the battle here.
It is. Great move. Great move from Alza.
Right in the background, Michelangelo.
That's Michelangelo now who wants a piece of the action. Oh, that's Winchester. I'm going the wrong way. There we go.
Look at the gaps up front. Jesus Christ, sorry for...
I know, Kev. I say Kev is just absolutely rocketed away. 18.4 seconds.
The thing you got to think of though, Rara, moving on to Abu Dhabi next week, and potentially you may be there next week. We'll hopefully see you there. But he
Fingers
will
crossed.
be in a... Michelangelo, sorry to interrupt myself.
Michelangelo, does he make the move? He locks up going into the He got locked up going to the hairpin. I think he thought better of it and realised he weren't going to make the move, so had to slam on the brakes. Just needs to get as close as he can.
Kevin went up the table, will move down in car. The car I'd want round there is a fucking Force India. If he can just about amass enough points to move into a Force India, around there, that car is going to be lethal. Michelangelo, you can tell the guys are beginning to struggle a little bit now. As Michelangelo
That's
steps
2
the
laps
back
in
end
a
out
row
little
now.
bit.
That's the two laps in a row now. That Paul 2K just hasn't really gotten the final corner right. However, I'm noticing a lot of wear on the left-hand side of that Renault.
It reminds me a lot of Toto's car, really, and look at the track. It is looking brutal out there at the moment. This is nearly at the point of crossover. Very nearly.
Very nearly. Not in the minute, because I still feel like the track is too bright at the minute for it to be classified as a wet track. And I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to the loo.
No worries, buddy. So Michelangelo here running in 7th place. Obviously he's had a bit of a tricky time while we've been filming, of course. Over the last 4 weeks, Michelangelo had one good race in America, but the rest have all been kind of almost duds, really good starts, and then just kind of falling down. Michelangelo seems to really nail this. I remember back in the day when I used to race with these guys, he used to like the Spanish track an awful lot. Big Stu is doing everything he can. He's currently in 3rd position, Winchester 4th, Cookie 2nd. A fantastic driving. He's going to rocket on the table. Based on this Michelangelo. By the way, I just want to point out Michelangelo does race in cockpit cam as well. So this is a really good effort by him, of course, to really kind of keep his awareness on the track. I personally myself couldn't of the elite level of driver who'd be able to race in cockpit cam. Here we go, that's where we're headed off now. Once, of course, Rao comes back, we are going to be with you, unless unforeseen problems, right the way to the checkered flag, and I believe we're going to have some pitters soon as well. And Paul 2K may be making the call. Is he? We'll wait and see. We're going to go on board with Paul 2K. Ghost and Notorious all of a sudden. Notorious must have made a mistake. He's fallen 3 seconds further down. Paul 2K. And so Paul 2K does pit, and he's pitting for the intermediate tyres. No, he's not.
It's gone to the soft tyres. Why has he done that? Hello, welcome back. I'm
ridiculous. Good timing. Biddy and Addict as well. Welcome back into the firing line. Notorious made a mistake, by the way. Ghost caught him. Notorious has just held it, by the way. Addict now.
I'm on board.
In front of this battle. Wise Dog, by the way, is in 11th place with a damaged wing. Remember, he did damage that wing a little bit earlier.
He did. I reckon what he's done is, well, he damaged it, but he pitted, but he's damaged it again. And I reckon what he's done is he's got that slight damage, that very light green that you can feel it affecting. You can feel it affecting your car, but you can feel it also, like, you can live with it, just about. But anyway, enough about that. Biddy and
I had it myself.
Addict still right behind, still battling each other quite a bit.
And Tits will now, ironically, the sad part is Tits will have to pit again because his tyres are going to be cooked. And look at Ghost, Ghost and Notorious. Big Stu goes on to Winters. Big Stu's made the first call.
Right,
Big Stu's
okay,
taking the gamble.
Anyone else pitting? I can't really see it. Need to travel back down the field. The Red Bull makes the last pit decision of Michelangelo. He was sideways. He was sideways going through that. He made a very late call there.
By the way, Michelangelo races in cockpit cam as well, may I point out, where I just say just after you left. The guy, like I was just saying, he's going on to Inters. The second one to
he's on Inters. Big Stu's on Inters. Notorious has got Ghost behind him.
Big Stu went off. Big Stu went off.
Oh,
it's the wrong call. It's the wrong call. It's not time.
Oh no, he's lost the back end. Is that going to be a full spin?
Oh no.
Where is he? Oh dear. It's a lap or two early. He really has.
However,
is it?
To say
wait
that,
a minute.
It's a bold decision.
Is it that sort of drizzle though that you get in some races
mode.
where it's
Remember
not
my
wet
mode,
enough?
where I had the whole race in dry.
This is what I'm on about. I had it in Silverstone in season 1 on my career mode. Damn it! Where are they?
6th and 7th, and Tough Kev pits and comes out on the soft tyre. Hold on.
That makes sense. You basically you don't know what's happening at the minute, so you do want to be on at least the freshest tyres, and that's a move by Ghost round the outside. Does he make it stick? Oh, and round the outside of the hairpin. That's a great move, and he thinks better of it. Notorious, however, runs on the grass.
Let's get the power down.
No, he couldn't do it without risking taking the
another go here. Cookie, however, is Snoop pits for Inters. However, Cookie is all of a sudden in the lead of the Grand Prix. Will Cookie last till the rain period? the proper rain period, obviously. It's not ready for it, Mara.
It's not. I reckon it's that sort of drizzle that we have in some races where it's not wet enough for the wet times. Like I say, I had it in Silverstone in season 1 where I pitted, and it just I had no grip, so I had to put the dry tires back on.
Michelangelo pitting back in.
Yeah, he has. It's not wet enough.
He's doing what he did in the career mode.
Oh dearie me, these guys are just absolutely. They've got a job to do. Like I say, second half of this race that we're in now, we're over halfway distance. It is going to be a tough order for these guys to fight their way back up. But once again, Notorious and the Ghost fighting each other as.
Hold on.
Good. I'll tell you what, it's good battling between these
Ghost
two.
hasn't pitted.
Still.
He's not fucking pitted. He's on the hard
It's
tyre
40,
still.
It's 43 laps, you mental person.
He's going to
that's the
Big Stu in
Mercedes.
front.
That's the
Big
Mercedes
Stu
going on.
struggling.
He's
in the background
Big Stu.
struggling as well.
Oh, Stu's trying to hang it out, and I don't think it's going to work.
Mara coughing like I should be. Stu, and look at Notorious. That is how you get it done.
Oh,
Stu.
Stu.
Guys.
What have they done?
Is it Ghost? Is it Ghost? Stu, you can't put the blame on Stu there. You cannot put the blame on any driver.
No.
It's just the tyre conditions. Sector 1, 2, what's happening?
Winchester's
oh my
gone.
God. Winchester, second. He's done it
Oh,
again.
he's binned it.
He's in the side.
Out
Mara.
goes the Mercedes.
He did it last week as well from second.
Winchester. Oh, dearie me.
Oh my God. Oh
How
my
has he
God,
done
he's done
that?
it 2 weeks in a row. This is a safety car. It's gotta be.
Let's say sector 1, sector
He's
2.
at
I
the
don't
curb,
think.
he's at the curb, he's at the curb, he's at the outside
I think
curb,
we've got-
rumble, apron at turn 3.
What have we got at the minute?
Addict pits in, by the way. Addict pits in and goes onto the soft tyre. Oh, Stu's gone off again. Stu's gone off.
Stu, you need to pit, buddy. Yeah, it's not working.
No, get back in, get yourself on the dry tyres, mate. Best bet.
Damage
Biddy,
limitation
however,
now.
Biddy, and ironically, the 3RL Phantom was running in 9th, 10th, 11th place, right smack bang in the middle of the field, by the way.
Cookie, have you noticed that Cookie's pitted and that Kev's leading now by 19.5 seconds?
Would you want my honest answer? I didn't have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
So much has been going on, I didn't even look. Paul
Oh,
Zucchi,
bit of
look
drifting
at
there
Les
from
Paul.
Bit of drifting that from Kev. Les Paul, I tell you what, I am absolutely
That's such a quiet
amazed
race.
with this guy. McLaren Honda, of course, we all know that on this game in particular.
Mara,
I mean, towards the end of the season, in real
can I
life.
interrupt you really quick, bro?
Go on.
But I will let you carry on. Should we drop a bombshell?
Yes.
Mara, can we do our co-op?
Why not? It's only Monaco after all.
Yeah, well, oh fuck. Yeah, should we do it? I've got an itch. Notorious Intermediates. What?
I don't know if that's the right decision. And Hurtless has just allowed his teammate through.
Fair play. I'd love to commentate on the Thursday night one, by the way. Oh, I'm watching. Who are you watching, bro? Sorry, forgive me.
I'm on
watching
board
Big
with.
Stu
I
and Biddy.
was on board with Paul, and Turts looked like he was going sideways, going through turn 3.
Biddy has
for a
overtaken Big
minute.
Stu. Just to let you know, but obviously that's expected, of course, with the tyre choice. Sorry, mate.
I'll tell you what, man. This race has gone from bad to worse for Mercedes. We've got one driver out, and the other
I'm just
falling down the field. It's just
Gobsmacked.
absolutely from a team that had qualified in 3rd and 5th.
in 5th, wasn't it? Yeah. Dearie me.
But this is why we love these 100% races. Anything. What is the number one saying in Formula 1? Anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does.
My one that I used, which everyone used to hate, but it was so true to finish. I think that is Snoop letting people through, by the way, just to let you know. Turtles has overtaken Snoop, ironically. 2 guys are battling there.
Get in!
2 laps down on everybody. 2 laps down. Let's have a look at the captain of the lead again.
I'm going to jump on board with Wise, though, because he at the minute. Michelangelo,
Michelangelo.
Well, he's been lapped.
Yeah, he had the intermediate stint, didn't he? To come in.
Yeah. But yeah,
as well.
I'm on board with Wise though, because he's the one who's like closest to a We've got cars are fairly spread out at the minute. We've got Weisdog who is gaining on Paul, not Paul. It's Paul. It's Les Paul, not Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, just as I was going to say, I was saying before we got interrupted, I was talking about how well Les Paul's been doing. I said we all know that, in particular on this game, McLaren Honda are just absolutely nowhere. So the fact seeing a McLaren in the points is just absolutely outstanding, especially on performance mode. And like I said, it'd be nice if Codemasters give the game a bit of an update, because McLaren over the last couple of races...
Big Stu's out.
Oh no,
Big Stu crashes.
Big Stu out of the race, both Mercedes gone, and to be honest, it's not far from where the other Mercedes went out.
It's opposite side of the track. Do you know what? I saw the move.
Yeah.
I went to Toto, watched them overtake him, and he just crashed. There's nothing Stu could do. No safety car. Give me a moment, Rara. I'm just going to check something. Safety car's
there
on.
for Mercedes. There'll be no points here for Mercedes today.
Yeah, the Thursday race is a co-op race. I'd love to be able to commentate on that, because then there'd be a lot of team orders and stuff like that going on.
Co-op race? What do you mean?
Cool. They do a
How does that
Thursday
work?
co-op. Basically, rather than scoring points for the drivers, you have two people. Do you know, like in the table, so to speak? The higher up the table you are, the worse the car you're going. They do the same thing in co-op, where two drivers are teamed together. It's awesome. That's the one I actually debuted in.
And that's Turtless pitting.
Has he finally chosen to come in?
I don't know. It looks like it's raining a lot harder now.
It's pissing down. Look at Notorious. Notorious. No, Notorious has fallen back quite a bit.
Let's ride on board with Notorious. Actually, is he still struggling?
How's that on Inters? How's that coming? No.
See, I've told you, it looked like it was raining a lot harder.
I'm confused. Give me a minute. I'm gonna stay on board with Howzat really quick.
I think the track is now ready for Inters.
Howzat's doing okay on them, you know, but Cookie is still pulling away. But then that could just be because Cookie is damn fine fucking racer. Another crash. Sector one.
But 19 laps left.
Oh, Toto
19.
Toto spun out. Toto spun himself from 9th. Toto spun.
66. Oh no, we're on lap 47 out of 66.
Oh my god. Toto spun off. Notorious. And Addict drove through his ghost.
How long do you reckon? How long do you reckon's left of this race?
In terms of time, bro.
Yeah.
About half an hour tops. 35 minutes, depending whether the rainfall's really hard. So about 35 minutes, bro. And Addict is all over the back now of Notorious. Addict all of a sudden finds himself in 10th position here, guys, by the way. This is just a bit of a mess. This race, it's all kind of, you don't know where anybody is. You don't know what the hell people are going to expect. Les Paul is catching Paul 2K at a rate of knots here. Ghost all of a sudden. Is this right? Ghost hasn't pitted. Ghost and Biddy pits in. What's Biddy going to go on to? Rara, are you there? Rara! DRS disabled. It's rain. It's rain time. Finally, 47 laps in.
I'm back.
I believe you're at the rope. Rara, it's DRS disabled.
DRS disabled, right, so that means it's definitely time for Inters.
But, can I prove a point? There is a genius in this Grand Prix. Whether he believes
Notorious.
it or not. No, Ghost. He's 4th, and it's pit time. He's made it go to the rain.
Oh my word!
He's gone from 17th to 4th.
Yep, there we go. Everyone's putting on the Inters now. Kev's on the Inters. Cookie's just pitted in behind.
Ghost is going to be 4th.
I tell you what, if things stay the way they are, Ghost is...
Driver
Was
of the
Ghost the one
fucking
who
day.
crashed out in quali? Oh no, it was Toto, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, Ghost was.
No, it was Toto. Toto crashed out in quali.
Toto crashed. I know Ghost did spin, and just to prove a point how far behind Turts and Snoop were, Turtles are still behind Stu, by the way. Awful timing, and this is going to be a real sting in the tail for
There
Big
we go.
Stu, knowing
I'm
everyone
watching
now
the
is going
pit.
to
I'm watching the
Inters.
pit stop as well. I'm watching the pit stop of the Ghost. Hopefully he managed to slow it down in
Crazy
time.
fact, bro. Another former teammate of mine in co-op in RRL. Les Paul stays out.
Can I just say an absolute round of applause to Ghost, who's gone 48 laps on the hard tyre. Oh, they weren't ready for him. Or did he have a must have had a penalty.
Stop go.
Yeah, must have had a 5-second stop go. Oh,
Paul 2K drives out in the back of his car.
him.
This is about
But
to
he
get
comes
very-
out in
Addict-
sixth.
Addict doesn't pit.
Paul and Weisdog haven't pitted.
Then.
Why have Paul and Weisdog not pitted? You numpties.
I'd assume... No, the gap isn't big enough. It's big enough between Kevin. I was just thinking about teammates, but Kninch is behind Paul. Bearing in mind the wheel users and the guys who run less traction, in a stupid way, have an advantage in these sort of conditions. It really doesn't make sense, but... And I tell you what, Weisdog...
Oh!
He's driving.
Off goes
What's happened?
Paul 2K. Paul 2K just went wide and slid off the track. I thought he was heading
Just
towards
have
the
to go
wall
watch
then.
that. Notorious all of a sudden is back in this race. Addict does need to pit, so that's not really a retrospective position. We know the lowest you're going to come out from a pit stop is 13th, unless you are called Snoop or Turts, of course.
Yeah.
Weisdog is still all over the back of Les Paul. This is going to be an absolute mental end to this race, Rara. I knew we'd have a special one, but for fuck's sake. God of my life.
You don't have like a commentary or anything, not a interview after this race, do you?
No.
No. Okay, just
No.
checking.
A
Right,
lot,
I'm
hey,
guessing.
Rara, a lot of these guys still hate me.
Right, that's right. Okay, yep. Weisdog and Paul are in the
They're
pits.
both in. They're both in. They have to. This now is an intermediate race. Quick question.
You can see.
Will it dry
Yeah,
up?
I'm on board. I'm on board with the Ferrari. He's got wing damage. It's quite clear. Is he going to change it? I'd change it.
I would.
No, he's
Stop,
he's
go.
got a 5
Stop,
second.
go.
He's got stop go.
No change.
Not sure what. No, the McLaren didn't. No change in the front wing. So
No change.
maybe he can
No
live.
change
Maybe he
from
can live with
Weisdog.
it.
Addict is still out on track.
6th place for the McLaren though, and like I said, with no DRS, this is going to help him even more.
Addict is not pitted. Unless that's a glitch. He hasn't pitted. Let me just check the race start. That's usually the key. No, Addict is still on the dry tyres. And
Addict.
in terms of championship battle, all of a sudden, Addict and Les Paul as first and second and fifth, or first and second, of course, Les Paul ahead of Addict here. Addict in a way...
There's the
leads-
debris of the Mercedes on the side of the track.
Kind of like a tombstone, isn't it, really? I've got a question.
Go on.
Is it going to stay raining?
I don't know though. This is what I was just about to say. Actually, does our know something we don't? Is the rain going to be a short, sharp shower?
I used to say short, sharp shit. That was quite a good shower interjection. That's pretty cool. I like that. Paul 2K, I have to say, if, like, driver of the day, obviously we talk about that, we're coming around lap 60,
Oh, he's
61-ish
lost
usually.
it! Addict! Oh,
Who's that? Who's that? Addict?
Addict, he's struggling now. You need to get off his
Ironically,
tyres,
Addict
man.
and Weisdog, yeah, he does, because him and Weisdog were battling before, and Weisdog's pitted. Addict needs to pit, and he'll come out in 11th, so that's not the end of the world. You know,
It's
he's
not. I mean,
far ahead of Toto.
points are still on offer. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't lose unnecessary
Every
time. I mean, I
single-
don't understand.
As long as you
I mean, I
finish,
don't
as long as you
understand
finish, you
why
get
he's-
points. You know what I mean?
Well, of
So-
course, yeah. Like I say, he
I
wants
always-
the more points, the better. Though, does he
Addict,
pit
pit
this
him,
time?
mate, pit him,
No,
He's
he
not.
doesn't pit. What's he doing? What are you doing?
Addict pit, mate. This is almost silly now. Because this now
Weisdog,
is
give
gonna
him plenty of
blind you.
room. Give him plenty of room.
Move over to the right hand side, Weisdog. Come on, buddy. He has moved over a little bit. Good driving by Weisdog here. He just needs to sail through.
See, I
Addict,
would be
don't
cautious.
fight it.
Like I said, I would be cautious passing a
Good
car
drive, good
on
move.
dry tyres because you never know, they could just understeer into you and whatnot. You just got to be careful.
In terms of fastest laps here, obviously, if it stays wet, Paul 2K. Oh, sorry, Tough Kev. Sorry, I've done it. I've called everyone Paul 2K again. Tough Kev with a 1 minute 24.0, slightly quicker than Weisdog with a 24.5, and Michelangelo with a 24.4. By the way, when Michelangelo's coming back through the field.
Wow.
And we're looking at position changes.
Michelangelo at the minute down in 13th. I think Snoop's just been lapped again.
Let's have a look. Do you know what? I've got to say.
Just
this
says
has
it
been
just says one lap
a
on him.
crazy race. Snoop is two
Actually,
laps
no,
down.
he's
Oh,
behind
a
his
lap- He's a
teammate.
lap down on Michelangelo. He's a lap down on Michelangelo.
Right, it's a
He's
lap
behind
down on
Diddy, I
Michelangelo.
believe.
Right, okay.
So
Yeah, he's behind his teammate, which is
Notorious
the
is on the back
Biddy.
of Addict here. This is not going to be too much of a hard move. Notorious sails up the inside. I feel for Addict.
Like I say,
really,
he's
really
lost.
do.
He's lost 8 seconds on Weisdog, and this. Oh, he's sideways. He's gone sideways.
He needed to pit, unfortunately. He did. Weisdog
Yeah.
8 seconds behind Les Paul. Addict already, by the way.
I
He's
don't
5.8
understand the
seconds
decision.
behind it.
I really don't.
I mean, you're the championship leader. I understand. I think Addict, unless he retires, will probably maintain the championship lead anyway.
Yeah, I think he's pitting.
Does pit. He pits. Good decision, Addict. 2 laps too late, but good decision. He could have got away with doing that lap that he did. Pit a lap after Wise Dog potentially. But Biddy moves up to the 9th place. And
there we go.
And McLarens are in both of the top 10.
I'm going to jump on with Paul 2K at the minute. He's 7 tenths behind the Ghost,
who is on course for driver of the day based on just pure
definitely
lunacy. He comes back in.
Like I said, there are guys that
really
can look after there's guys that can look after their tyres, and then there's Ghost.
Rara.
Yep.
Look at the gap up top.
4.5. How's that happened?
What is going on? Why is Kev is behind? He's not on the medium tyres, guys. By the way, that's a bit of a glitch. He wouldn't be going this quick in a wet track.
Yeah.
Addict, by the way, has just been lapped, just to prove the point.
Yeah, I've just seen that now.
So
looking on the Ferrari, no signs.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
No signs of any wing damage, but look at that. Oh well, obviously he's just been held up by the Sauber, so the gap's gone down to 3.9 seconds. Now,
I think Addict didn't really have a choice. I think he's just come out of pits, really.
Does the conditions favour Cookie more than it does Kev?
Yes, because it's a Renault. Or it's a Red Bull, sorry, should I say. It's a Red Bull favourable car, isn't it? And Cookie is a hell of a driver, but we're going to go on board here with Paul 2K in the fight for 4th place. So let's have a look. Paul 2K has been very consistent other than when he got disqualified in America for deciding to go and have a picnic in the middle of the race.
Oh, he's going down the inside!
That's aggressive. That's how you sort of get it done. That's how you do it. You had the
right, you have
gap,
to,
you just
especially in the rain.
Unfortunate for Ghost there. I tell you what though, the Ghost I knew back in the day would have just shut the door on both cars out. He seems to have matured quite a bit. That was a mature bit of driving by Ghost. He didn't try and force the issue.
Well, like I say,
he went off the track.
You can go defensive as much as you can, but at the end of the day, if they're alongside, you've just basically got to concede and just hope you can hang it around the outside, which is kind of what I try and do as much as I can. However, Paul 2K does run wide a little bit, so the battle is not over yet.
Ghost is back in the fight already.
And it's showing Paul 2K bordering yellow in the fuel. It was yellow. It's just, there we go. It's just gone yellow again.
All they have to do is just run standard, mix around this part of the race. Just run standard.
Not really, because when it's raining, go through more. You do have to be careful.
That's true.
If you like, I don't know. I think just because the way the car the 2017 cars handle, you use more fuel, and you've just got to. It's a case of balancing it and feathering it through the corners instead of just putting your foot down like I would.
It's a driving style as well, isn't it? It's a driving style as well.
See, I'm a very aggressive driver, so as soon as I go through a corner, I put my foot down. I try, but like I said, due to this game though, I do feel like my driving style has changed slightly. I'm a lot more attentive through corners. I feather it a lot more now, just so I lift and coast through corners because it's fuel saving. I've done enough fuel saving like challenges in practices and whatnot to know how to do it in races.
You just learn, don't you, in a way? You do learn, do also skills, actually. Lagging a little bit. Look at the debris on the left-hand side of the track. That was from earlier on, wasn't it? When everyone just kept
I've
seen up on each other.
I've seen that. That is 3.7 the gap between the lead between Tough Kev and Cookie.
Oh, Kev has got a
3.5. That gap
in front of him. May I just say,
I think I've just seen them two
former co-op teammates, of course, back a couple of seasons ago. When and ironically, there for you, Rara, me and Big Stu were co-op teammates in my last co-op season, and we had a mental season, a fucking crazy season. Where we had loads of incidents. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, where the hell has he gone that far off?
Oh, he's binned it. He's binned it. He's
miles off.
What if he's locked up and he's just gone straight on? Out goes Toto.
The angle of the car.
Well, we were saying there was free return. I know, don't really see that. That is strange. How has that happened?
We're saying in the corner and slid.
Yeah, I do feel like he's just lost it under braking. But guys, there was 3 retirements. There's now 4. Toto Wolff has retired. That's his second crash of this particular stream. Stu, has retired. In both Mercedes out in this race, guys. It crashed in consecutive laps almost. Pretty much the same corner as well. Big Stu went off, and Winchester, after basically using dry tyres and wet tyres, respectively, on a greasy track, it didn't work for either of them. They both lost it. And of course, Thomas Halo out on the first lap. Lucky for him.
Didn't even get into the race, did he? Let alone bloody crash out.
But jump back on board with Ghost, who is still about 8 tenths behind Paul 2K, so he's keeping him within sight.
I think keeping him honest is the way forward. Me and Rara are going to talk whether we do the co-op after this. I really, really want to, but then we'll have to look at time constraints and obviously other things getting involved with other streams and other commitments and stuff. But we'll definitely try.
Well, like I said, I think my missus wants cuddles after this, so I need to make sure that she's happy, and then I'll be back down. So
Okay. Jesus, my missus wants to kill me. Anyway,
one streamer has love, the other one has death.
Difference in life and death. What we got then is we've got the Ghost and Paul 2K still battling. Lap 4, we're on lap 55 out of 66, so we're kind of coming towards the kind of tail end of the race now. Cookie is only 3 seconds behind Tough Kev, so this battle isn't over for the lead.
That gap is going down more and more, but if he's going to make any sort of challenge with like 11 laps to go, he needs to get that gap down a bit more, because it's only going down ever so slightly. So is Kev pacing it, or I don't know. Part of me thinks that Kev's pacing it now. He can just keep Big Cookie at an arm's length. So
yeah, but
he
is he
doesn't have
pacing
to
it
push
because
too hard
he's
in these
not
conditions.
got traffic, and he's still getting caught under 3 seconds for the first time this race. Ironically, this is where we predicted the Mercedes cars, or Wise Dog, who has actually managed to put himself into 7th place. So good drive by Wise Dog. But we expected the Mercedes guys to be up there, not Cookie. Even though Cookie's a hell of a quick driver. Don't get me wrong, obviously if you guys have seen the American Grand Prix, and of course before that the Bahrainian Grand Prix, you will definitely see that this guy has what it takes to smash out a hell of a race, especially fighting with the top cars and beating them, of course. But
I called it. I do feel like as well that I said it at the beginning of the race, the track favours the Ferrari. If you know how to handle the car,
both said it, didn't we?
It's going to work well. I mean, we got on our co-op last time we did it. We were racing around here. We got a 1-2. You gifted me the win. You gifted me the win, admittedly, which you shouldn't have done because I'm now on 3 wins for the season. But anyway, enough of that. The track does suit the Ferrari. It's more of a technical circuit, so it'll come to the Ferrari's advantage through the slower corners, and of course, like I said, they've proved it. First and second, of course. Paul 2K just running
Paul 2K, I've
quite
just
wide.
onto that right when you said it.
He just flicked it coming out of the final corner.
Moment.
Just a bit of a moment. But yeah, as I was
amazingly
saying,
how this race has almost calmed down a bit, doesn't it, as well?
It has, hasn't it? It's been quite active pretty much the whole race. There's only this one battle at the minute that's of any interest, although Kaninch is 1.9 seconds behind Biddy, and of course, let's not forget, Cookie is slowly gaining on Tough Kev, but I honestly don't feel he's doing enough to close in on him with 10 laps remaining. But yeah, like I said, the Ferrari is just basically, it loves this circuit. If you know how to handle the car, you're going to have a good race, and that's exactly what Kev has done here today.
He's just nailed it. He's had 2 weeks basically where it's all gone his way. Obviously the decision by Big Stu really, because thinking about it, Big Stu was in front of Cookie at that particular facet of the race when he pitted. He was within reach of Cookie. If he'd have it
was just poor judgment, fortunately. But these things can happen to you. You think, right, okay, I'm going to make, I feel I can't, because sometimes if you drive around, you feel like, right, I can't handle it in these conditions. You come out and it's like, it still feels the same. So it was on that point of wet and dry for so long that, like I said, it just didn't work out. The decisions didn't work out. The best thing to do was to stay on whatever strategy was on. Oh, the car bounced there from the Renault. That's going to give.
I'm looking at that as well. Look at this Ghost load outside here.
Oh, and he runs wide as well. That's not what he wants. He's going to get the slipstream.
Huge.
Can he be close enough going into turn 1 though? I don't think he can. Unless he makes a lunge, which he isn't going to do. He's going to stay behind.
I am really impressed with Ghost's maturity. I really am. I'm impressed with Ghost's maturity. He was a very immature person when he used to race in this league. That's not me kind of, turn around and, well, it is. I'm firing a shot back in the olden days. You know, I mean, he was very immature. He kind of didn't really. He was a kid. You know what I mean? But this is a real adult drive here by Ghost. This is an adult drive. He's planned this.
You know these guys, and you know these guys a lot more. You know their driving styles, and like I say, you're right. It's been an absolutely superb drive from Ghost. I mean, 48 laps on the hard tyre, just absolutely insane.
And it's not like he wasn't battling either.
He's
We kept
right
looking
up
at Ghost
that
get
Reynolds
involved,
gearbox.
and he's
That
all
Reynolds
over Pole
is
2K.
all
Exactly. I think. Was that blue sky, people?
There is blue sky.
It's not going to dry up, surely. No, there's no dry line, is there?
Nah,
there's
not
no
yet.
dry line yet. So as we
There's Les
maneuver
Paul
on, we
in
are-
the background. Oh, they've touched. I think some debris. I think.
I'm not sure if that was debris.
I think Ghost has just lost part of his front wing.
Let's have a look. He has front left. Oh, you're kidding me.
We
Go
wanted
for
a
the kid.
battle. God damn it!
Well, there goes. Yeah. Well, is he going to pit though? No, he stays out. He thought about pitting.
he's gonna hang it. He's gonna hang.
Change. He's hanging it
Like
right,
I say,
guys.
it's-
He's going for
yeah.
it.
Right, Kninch 1.2 seconds behind Biddy. Well, 1 second now.
Shot below a second. Here we go. Look at this Biddy. He's struggling, it seems, on these tyres. Let's have a look at Biddy. Look at Biddy. You can tell he's really fighting the wheel there.
I'm on board
Kninch
with
is just
the
almost
nice
so much smoother.
red-yellow helmet of Kninch. Oh, the McLaren driver just lost the back end coming out of the chicane.
He's running on lead mix as well. I mean, this is the time to really do that. Let's have a look. Let's go to the front really quickly. Let's have a look at the
I
field.
mean, the
They're all
leader's
pretty
coming up behind him
good.
as well. Yeah, it is. The leader's coming up to lap him as well.
Oh my god, you don't really want to be there, do you? That's one place you don't want to be. Addict is steady in 11th place. He should be much higher up this grid order. We know that. And basically, yeah, with Ghost having his crash, I think this may very well be time to talk about the race in the whole there, Ara. What do you think so
Okay.
far then, mate? Welcome
I-
to your first ever
well-
commentary, by the way.
Yeah, well, like I say, I've absolutely enjoyed it. The boys here at RRL have put on a fantastic show. It's just been absolutely brilliant, and like I say, seeing the different styles of everyone. I mean, Kninch has impressed me with his determination in the McLaren. Of course, we've had Les Paul, who's just had his own race. He's kind of just been trotting about doing his merrily little thing because he hasn't really had that many battles, and he's just like got himself up into 6th place. But of course, the story of the day is Ghost, who I can't remember what position he started in, but doing 48 laps on the hard tyres,
I'll tell you
and
what,
in
he
5th at the
started
minute.
He started in 13th position.
13th. So yeah, he's made up several positions. And like I say, I don't know, just we've seen the Mercedes crash off on whatnot. Just
Ooh, Ghost has run off with the wing damage. Oh, Ghost just cut the whole second corner, by the way. Lucky
yeah,
to get
he's
a penalty
struggling.
there, by
He's
the way.
dropping-
That was
like I
really
say,
lucky.
He's dropping down a lot more. The gap's 2.5 seconds. 3
Biddy with the
second time penalty for Biddy. Multiple warnings.
Biddy, it happens.
He just cut. He's
the first one.
He just cut the chicane.
Can I just point out as well that Tough Kev nearly went into the wall then on the end of the last corner. Just looking
2.3
behind
seconds.
Kev made a mistake in the last
6
corner.
laps
He nearly went
remaining.
into the wall. Imagine that, bro. Leading a race and then bidding with 6 laps to go when you're, in effect, comfortably ahead. I would probably throw my head through a window.
I would calmly end everything I was doing, just say thank you guys for watching, and then basically after that, as soon as everything was off, I'd sit in the corner and cry.
I'd probably go one better and just basically flag a taxi down and flag a taxi down and just basically stand in the middle of the road.
walk off the nearest pier.
Hey, I've got a fucking bridge about 25-minute walk. I tell you what, I'll be fucking jumping off that without
Yep.
a bungee rope, I tell you.
Kninch
Biddy laps
just let the
Kninch.
leader.
Oh no, sorry,
Yep.
not Biddy.
Just let
Tough
the
Kev
leader
laps
through.
Kninch, forgive me. But hopefully, guys, you guys have enjoyed this thoroughly. Like I said, if you guys want to see more from me and Rara, we will potentially be doing our co-op, depending at some point tonight. It'll be tonight or at some point coming up. I'm not sure. Obviously, we'll talk. Me and Rara will talk after this. But our co-ops, and we have Monaco, so it'll probably be about a 5-minute video. I was about to say, so if you've got a few minutes to spare. Do you know what? These two are being really clever, Biddy and Kninch. They are veterans of the eSIM racing. Me and Kninch have been racing together since 2012, F1 2012. Me and Biddy, of course, since F1 2015 when I got invited in by Snoop to join RRL. But you know, these guys, they're veterans. They'll make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But you know, on high time, you know, they're not. I think the best thing with Kninch to do, because he, remember, shouldn't be in the McLaren, Rara. His championship position should put him around about mid-table, so he'd be around about the Renault, the Williams level, Kninch.
Yeah.
Based on where he is. Forgive us guys for not really mentioning the table too much. We're kind of focusing mainly on the racing, so to speak. What we're going to do when we get a little bit more towards the crunch time in the season, you'll notice obviously if I'm doing solo or Rara or Penguin of course, or Beer of course, the guys who do like to join me and kind of help me out doing this.
The various people Pos invites up into his commentary box.
Yeah, man, basically, you know, we're having Hobo Joe from the fucking street corner of Abu Dhabi. You know, he's not allowed to drink on the streets in Abu Dhabi, so we're going to let him have a pint in the booth. So why not? Anyway, this is going nowhere.
Just sat there in the corner. I want a beer.
Hey, do you know, I'm actually just crack my first one open. I'll be having mine a little bit later on. I'll probably say when I'm doing a bit of single player. Biddy really nicely lets Cookie through. By the way, 2.4.
He does. That's really nicely done by Biddy. It's not nothing's over at the minute.
It's behind them. Turt's behind them as well, by the way, just pointing that out. It's Turt's just behind Kninch.
Just over a lap down. Yep, the purple helmet Turt's. Kninch still showing, still basically flicking between the yellow and obviously, well, his fuel's basically bordering.
He's managing it, isn't he?
Danger
He's managing it really well.
Biddy ran wide and so did. I think. Kninch got caught. Kninch got caught out.
I've just watched it and I didn't even notice. I'm staring at the fucking screen. I didn't even know.
Oh, I'm on board with Kninch. Oh, Turts, what are you doing? Turts?
No lap down, bro. He's got him.
Turts,
Turts has got in the way of.
What are you doing?
Turts, Kninch is.
That's ruined that battle. That battle's over.
What's Turts done?
He's ruined it.
Well, guys,
I know
111 minutes, 1 hour 51.
I know Biddy and Kninch, you know, both had moments coming off the chicane. Probably Kninch more, I'd say. I think he was caught out by Biddy's little incident, so he went even worse. And then obviously it gave the Renault behind.
I'm going to interrupt you, bro. I don't know what Turts is doing. Just go onto his car. You'll see what I mean. Check his fuel. What is he doing? Why is he doing this?
It says fuel, yeah.
Yeah, look, it's using rich mix. Put 3 laps under. Turts has lost the plot. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know.
Guys, the rain looks a lot heavier going through that camera shot. Then the rain looks a lot heavier.
You'll notice it because the sprint. And can he just run wide again? And he's going to make another battle for us. In effect, thank you to it inadvertently, so to speak, as we now have Addict and Kninch, which in a way we wanted to see, but in a bit of a different circumstance with Addict catching up with Kninch, of course, rather than Kninch, of course, having the impeding Turts a lap down. I mean, admittedly, he's flying. I wonder if he's going to do the same thing on Biddy.
It looks like he's lining him up.
Interesting. Surely he won't go for it.
Some words probably need to be said. I wouldn't be happy if the car was trying to make a move on me.
Flip my lid. It reminds me of Dragoon.
Unless it was
someone. Doesn't it?
Like I said, unless it was someone. Oh, Biddy slid off.
But did he let him through? I think he
let him through. I think he has let him through actually.
But ironically, with 4 laps to go, by the way, when we see the lap timer tick to 66, of course, I will be focusing a lot more on Kev. Do you know what? We might as well talk about it, right? We were halfway through talking about it, and then obviously the shit hit the fan with Biddy and Kninch. Driver of the day. Go.
Driver of the day. I think it's a choice between 3 drivers, in my opinion. There's Kev, who has basically led from start to finish. He's just been absolutely solid all race. Cookie is up there, in my opinion, as well, because he's just brought that Toro Rosso through thick and thin as well. And like I say, he's challenging the leader as well. Like I said, 6th second might not seem much, but being in a Toro Rosso, you know, it shouldn't really be there, and yet it is.
It's a fucking achievement, isn't it?
And of course, the other driver is going to be Ghost, because, like I say, he just went so long in that first stint, and he's as high up as he was. Well, as he is, sorry. My English, me no speak English no good.
No, I blow English.
It's just absolutely amazing. So, driver of the day for me, It's gonna have to be Ghost. I'm too amazed.
Go Ghost.
I'm too amazed with what he's done.
So I'm going to put this in the chat here. Our driver of today, Ghost. There you go. Alright, myself, now, obviously, as we see, I did give it to Kev last week.
Oh, Addict's got Kninch.
Even though...
Oh, Addic's in the top 10.
Addict's top 10. You're going to say points. I said that last week, and I've said it every single week so far.
I know.
Honestly, Ryan, if he didn't make his fuck up, if he didn't make his fuck up, Addict would be up there for drive of the day. He made the fuck up with the tyres, of course. It probably won't be him.
Yeah.
Good drive. Don't get me wrong. In the Sauber, he's fucking flown, but not good enough. In terms of the decision making.
Yeah, decision making.
Kev,
That's how. That's how.
Sector 2.
Yellow flag.
Sector 2.
Oh,
With Biddy.
It's Biddy.
Biddy's gone off. Biddy's. Oh my god.
Oh, Biddy.
Lap 64 with no wing. Half a wing.
He's got half. He's got 3/4 of a wing. He's gone off again. Get that wing change now. Just get to the end of the race.
Do you know
now.
what? There almost isn't any point. Michael, mind you, he's only 14 behind. Can I tell everybody what my drive of the day is yet? Les Paul. Look at why he's not catching Les Paul. Goodness me, we've got a bit of action all around the field here. Drive of the day, I'm actually going to say, well, 3 candidates are the same as you, Kev, Cookie and Ghost. I'm actually going to give it to Kev due to the fact he's controlled the race.
Yeah, he has.
Ghost would get it.
He's done absolutely amazing at the minute.
Ghost would get it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But
it's like I said, it's just hard. It's just hard. Like I said, I gave it to Ghost because I'm absolutely amazed with what he did. Obviously, I don't know Ghost's driving style, so as a neutral, just seeing him pull this off, it's just absolutely mind-blowing. So, like I said, just absolutely amazing. But Kev has just had an absolutely amazing race. He's built the gap up to 3 seconds again now. And like I said,
Cookie is a very close second, and then it's Ghost.
He is, yeah. But anyway, we're on board now with Wise Dog and Les Paul, who are battling over 6th and 7th place at the minute as the McLaren tries to hold off the Ferrari. Again, it's the recovering Ferraris at a few instances over the course of this race. He did start
to the top of the pops, isn't he? Wise Dog.
Yeah.
It's a hard fucking race. He was last at one stage, which is amazing.
Well, looks like he's lining him up. I think he's going to get him into turn 1 if he gets a nice exit coming out of that final corner. He probably gets in the dirty air a little bit, runs wide. Oh,
I don't think he's going to get it done here. Remember, these guys are only just entering lap 65. These guys have still got 2 laps to go. Will Notorious let Kev through? Is the thing. Will he actually give it up?
I will stay on board with this. This seems like the closest battle on the field at the minute, so I will stay on this for the final lap while you go through Kev. Watch Kev go over the line.
Flicking back and forth every so often. He is entering lap 66 now. Good drive by Kev, of course. Pos's driver of the day. Anybody who's watching, guys, put your driver of the day down in the comments section on YouTube, of course, or
with the
Twitch
hashtag
section, if of course you are watching. Hashtag Pos and Rara Army. Boom. Just fucking plug, why not? And then basically everyone here in the Twitch, give us your driver of the day. We've got about a lap to do it, so nail it in. And then we'll obviously accumulate the results and get the driver of the day out just after the Grand Prix. But Wise Dog here is still looking forward here to try and get 6th position. It would be very, very handy if he did get it.
He is indeed. It's been quite interesting. He's just once again he gets so close and then he kind of gets sucked into that vacuum that the car in front offers, and then it's just a case of trying to hold it through the corners because it's quite, especially through fast corners, you can quite easily get knocked off due to the dirty air. He's gone wide. They're side by side.
Wise Dog, what are you doing? Oh, he's messed up.
Why did he? Well, to be honest, you can't really go, especially in the rain. You can't really go side by side. So I can kind of understand why he did that.
I'm pretending it's me. I'm pretending it's me doing it. I was like, come on.
There we go. Line him up now. Now don't run wide through this final corner.
If it was me, I'd still be on wet tyres. Me probably wouldn't have the blue.
Dude, are you on board with the leader?
These two are battling. Tough Kev is coming around the final sector now. 2.5 seconds up on Cookie. It's been a sensational Grand Prix. He's controlled the last 2 weeks.
Defensive. Is it going to be moved around the outside? No, it's not. He holds his line. McLaren
very close between these two, and Tough Kev wins the Spanish Grand Prix.
Absolutely amazing win for Tough Kev. Congratulations, buddy. Great race in the second position. Oh, the McLaren driver once again holds his own against the Ferrari. This is absolutely fantastic for the final lap. There's no other battles going down the field, so we're okay.
We are going to look at Kninch moves into 10th position, of course. He is in 10th.
After Biddy's
Well, as I say,
mishap,
he's moved up.
unfortunately.
Of course, yeah, but he had a crash, didn't he? But look, we're still watching these two go around. Awzat completes the podium. Awzat, that's a great drive by him. Great recovery after his earlier fuck-up, really, wasn't it? He just fell down the field like a stone.
Oh, he was third originally.
Very, very nice.
Yellow flag.
Sector 3? What's happened? It's Mercedes. Michelangelo has lost his wheel after the line.
Oh.
Ghost with the wing damage. It would have been fun to see what would happen there. That would have been a really good battle between him and Paul 2K, who comes home in fourth position. Paul 2K.
Biddy's left the
Good
session.
there
I think he'll be really
Don't
annoyed
blame
with
him.
what's happened over the
Don't
course of this race.
blame him.
Unlucky,
Do not
unlucky
blame
to
him.
the bidster. It's just
They're
been one
going
of
to
them
the
races.
end. They're going to the end.
They are.
Why is
They
Logan
are
Paul
going.
and Les Paul.
I think Les Paul has just done enough to hold him off. He has done. But he's not going to get him from there. Absolutely amazing
Good
drive
driving.
from the McLaren driver. Brilliant race. And there's the remains of
Good drive from
Red Bull.
Whitestock as well. And there's Michelangelo just kind of strewn across the track. And to end the session is Notorious coming across the line. And he's run out of fuel. On the last corner. No threat
Come
from
on,
anybody.
you
He
slug.
survived.
Get across the line.
Come on, you pink whore. And that there, guys, is the Spanish Grand Prix. So I will hand
Absolutely
you, of course, over
amazing
to Rara
race.
to run through the whole finishing order as quickly as we can, of course. I know these guys like to get off the session quick.
Yeah.
So Rara, we've got a podium first, haven't we, actually? I forgot about that.
Of course, we'll have the
But,
little podium stuff. Winchester's gone. I will fully understand why.
Yeah. I'm amazed he survived that long. I wouldn't have lasted. That's just
There
a
we
fucking
go.
session.
Absolutely, with Ferrari on the podium. Just brilliant race from Kev. He's done absolutely amazing. Of course, we have Cookie in second, and the Red Bull driver in third.
I was at in third. I was at in third position there. Good. Do you know what? I was at really good recovery driver, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did. He did. He did well to get back that third place. I mean, admittedly, he was helped by the two Mercedes having a very, very bad race. But
blowing
like
up.
I say, at the end of the day, anyway, your results here for this Spanish Grand Prix: Tough Kev wins,
27
Cookie second,
seconds.
Awzat third, Paul fourth, Ghost fifth, Les Paul in sixth, Weisdog seventh, Notorious eighth, Addict in ninth, Kunich in 10th, Biddy 11th, Michelangelo 12th, Turtless 13th, Snoop 14th, and obviously your retirements: Toto Wolff, Big Stu, Winchester, Thomas Halo. Unlucky, guys, but that has been the Spanish Grand Prix. Thank you very much for watching here today. It's been an absolutely amazing race. Thank you to RRL for allowing me to commentate, and like I say, I hope I do more races in the future.
It's been a really, really good one, guys. Just to let you all know, we may be back later on tonight. We'll obviously talk about it later on. But this has been Positively Glad. You will see me next week as we go to Abu Dhabi, going to Yas Marina. So take it easy, guys. Much love, all the best, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. From both of us, goodbye for now.
Good night, guys.